Hey, this is Ross Bain with Roleplaying Public Radio. We're playing Rain, Nagalisitu. The previous sessions, we found hell, and we killed it. Fuck those gremlins, assholes, yeah.
You also recruited you have a Yichanian descendant force of Nagalisitu scholars now embedded. So the hunting pack has a bit of an intelligence department now. People who have read a book and can read more books better than your average hunting pack soldier. So you all forcibly exit using the Nagalisitu onboarding procedure. You go running out and pop into the world. And you have measured it from when you left, and about 4 minutes have passed after your weeks-long crusade through the jungle and back after maintaining a holy war. And you're back in the Lordless Bog, or whatever remains of it, and its flybone, charred remains. Yeah,
it's fine.
So you're back in this stagnant, gross half-swamp that is also slightly burned. It smells of carbon.
So it's not changing at all yet? There's no Nagalisitu starting to leak into it yet?
No. It's, from what you understand from what the Overseer said, it's going to be in another universe and then not.
Pop.
And then pop. It's back to where it was supposed to go.
We've probably done some cross-pollination just by, seeds in our boots and clothes that fall off, but, that would take a lot of time.
Yeah.
We've only, in our time, this has been,
3.5 weeks tops.
a month, something like that.
What you do know from what little biology you understand is that the danger for invasive species is definitely on your world and not theirs. Because you're still bringing the, hottest bacterium and in species that you had from... that their legions, generations old grandparents had. So they're all set but God knows what you're bringing back into your world.
How do leech cats reproduce? I hope it's not like orcs and Warhammer. Spores. Fucking spores. God.
I mean, that's good if we can.
You have a series of naturalists who could tell you explicitly how leech cats produced. But
we didn't think about that.
Yeah, we don't want to get into that.
First things first, we need to get them some 10 helmets. Mm-hmm. So that I can then smack them over the head every time I get tired. And stop doing permanent
So we
damage.
need to, this sort of impressed upon me that we need to teach them how to fight. Because those gremlins are really bad, and there might be other monsters out there.
Foreheads did okay.
Yeah, but
he got the pogo sticks okay.
Yeah, the decisions.
And how many was that? How many survived? Honestly, I know we lost some. In the raid.
That was depressing. I didn't want to keep track of that. I'm sure we can ask them if we want to, but we need to
see. Yeah, which worked perfectly.
Yeah, oh my God, from a point of view,
from a tactical military perspective, it was fantastic.
We lost the dig site. Remember, we lost everyone.
10 people, and we wiped out hundreds of them and found their home.
We weren't supposed to lose them either. It wasn't an intentional choice to let them die.
How long have you been a part of this company? How many campaigns have you
You're saying it was success. I'm saying
beavers never leave a man behind.
We didn't leave them behind.
We just,
there just wasn't much of them left.
We used them if you said our plan was to use them as bait, then that worked great, but that wasn't really the plan.
It's kind of my plan.
Well,
history will judge us
poorly,
which is being formed right now as we're talking. So we need to find them. What was the name of that mercenary company that we really liked? The one of the outsiders. I thought it was called the Flying Rhinos. I don't remember that.
Oh god!
Because the legend about how their captain got drunk and jumped on a rhino, jumped over a cliff with it. So,
well, do one of you want to roll lore or something, or tactics or something to know someone?
I'll roll tactics.
I got tactics. Actually, I got lore. I got tactics.
Did we get any levels from last time?
We did it before we left last time.
Oh, that's right, we did, didn't we?
2 1s.
Triple sixes.
3 sevens.
All right. We got 2 2s.
All right, at sevens, you know your. I don't know who that is. I suppose we should pause.
All right. And we're back.
So with 2 sevens, 3 sevens, you know your best bet is probably the Drew's Luke. They, in terms of people you can actually convince to go to Nagalisitu forever. The Druzluk are a penal regiment from Vitria. Vitria has a rigid caste system and noble families and a very large penal state. And they typically main war against the other 4 or 5 kingdoms sharing borders with the Lordless Bog through the Druzluk, who are penal regiments that are thrown from Vitrian borders in lieu of not suffering the death penalty, and then sworn to never return unless they've been part of a single surviving Druzluk company for 10 years, which rarely, if ever, happens.
Wait, if their legion gets wiped out, but they live and they get reassigned, that
doesn't count. You need to maintain your legion. They don't want them back. It is a death sentence that is prolonged.
Citizenship is for closers.
Yeah, pretty much. So basically, enough of them to put them up to be like, hey, look, it can be done, but not really. It's just a death sentence you don't whine about or revolt about. So the Druzluk are... And the reason that is that Vitria basically uses them as a, sort of constant raiding threat. They maintain they're a very warlike race. They have legendary cavalry and horse archers, but the Druzluk can pretty much be thrown from any direction from their country, and it depends on who's pissing them off the most at the moment, who they are just basically expelling Druzluk brigades into to rain havoc and harass. So, yes.
So there could be the Flying Rhino Regiment from Druzluk.
Yeah, that's fair. I was drunk when I heard that story, so maybe.
So the Vitrian Druzluk would be a good set, if you could find them. With your 6s, you know that you could drum up a Newtsteadian militia for revolution, convince them to run through the portal, and then put back the old spear wall. So you could just, with the upgrading in Newtsteadia and that sort of thing, you could just sort of convince them by other means. You'd have to train them yourself, but maybe you could bash out something serviceable in a couple weeks. Doubtful. But there's that. The rest of you know that you could do Yichanian warrior monks, which is another possible, but they are many leagues away. It would be a couple months to get to them and back.
Oh, fuck me.
But they go for noble battles, so if you could just convince them that there's a good fight to be had in Nagalisitu, which, considering how much bigger the world is compared to the territory offset by the magical border, you could no doubt assure them, because there's terrifying stuff out there, but they are quite a ways away. So,
how many of the wagons do we still have?
What?
In the hunting pack, so.
Dude, that shit got wiped out in the first mission. That's what happened.
The ones we got from
okay,
that
you're
noble?
right. So,
the one we totally liked.
No, I was talking about our own versus the other one.
No, our wagon train got wrecked in the opening.
You're right,
so
never mind.
We have nothing.
Yeah. You do have the wagon of apocryphal texts, which are no longer apocryphal, because you did find hell. So your intelligence department is using that as its means of discerning intelligence about the current world. Now, to be clear, as intelligence goes, that is the best that the Uchonian diplomats knew as of about a month ago. So it's not that bad. Granted, for them, it's something like 450 years of nonsense and rumor clouding it. But the hard facts of the world are just about a month out of date. So they're not incapable as basic intelligence diplomats, but they are basically consulting apocryphal religious checks to determine state relations.
They're still going to sit around drinking coffee, shit-talking everything we do, and not actually interrogating prisoners at their fucking job. Sorry, I'm a little bitter from real experiences.
Hey, they fought the demons as best they could.
They'll learn.
Yes,
They'll learn.
It's like we could go on an inventing spree to try to get us there faster. But
you mean like make
Nope,
solar panel?
nope. Duinar is not. We're not doing Leonardo da Vinci. You're not making helicopters. Not
It's
doing
a
it.
helicopter.
Not doing it.
What is a helicopter? Is it some sort of flying machine?
Okay, well, I will say
flying
this:
machine.
with the transfers of energy, how difficult, how study would it be to try to transfer something to basically displacing us from one place to another?
Okay,
You
well,
want to
that's how
teleport?
actual helicopters work. So you find animals that died millions of years ago. You refine their
No,
you refine their remains into a fuel that burns with alarming efficiency. Then you mine stones out of the ground, refine it so it won't be burned in fire. Then you create elaborate construction and convert the thermal energy into kinetic energy. So it would be about that difficult.
I got a master die.
It would be a lot like inventing a helicopter.
I would say helicopter. I'm not going to say, but okay.
Did we secure any mounts while we were on the other side to bring back across with us?
Yeah.
What do you mean?
Well, I mean, there were
Horses.
horses there.
Yeah, they had horses,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. So we
Can
got
we
some
secure
horses.
some?
Yeah, you can get some horses.
Yeah.
All right.
Perfect.
Okay.
So
It's still a ways to Yon, yeah.
yeah. Well, we'll go after the Drew's Loop.
I think they sound great to me. Reliable, sturdy folk.
Yeah.
Motivated.
Also motivated to abandon their homeland because it's already
They
abandoned.
aren't going back to Vitria, that's
Yeah,
damn sure.
So
We'll give them a new homeland and a spear wall.
yeah, we'll give them.
We don't even need to give them the spear wall.
Yeah, it's a better deal for them.
Okay.
The world's their spear wall.
Yeah. So we just have to go there and recruit one unit or two. So where's the nearest war that they're fighting in?
I won't make this take a hit, but so you can bring your stats up to full again, to whatever you're at. You did get more as a result of the...
Yeah, I don't know what the current set is.
Territory's back to 1, mine's back up to 2, treasure's back up to 3.
So I'll allow you one free roll as you basically camp and recover. You did have a long campaign
Yeah.
back through the portal. So I'll allow you a being informed roll, which is going to be influence plus sovereignty, I believe.
Let me double check quick. Company, general company actions.
What's our might at again?
Influence plus sovereignty.
Yeah, I have Midas too. Sorry, influence plus sovereignty? Mm-hmm. Okay. So that normally would be 7 dice. Would our intelligence asset come into play in that, or is that
Yeah,
without it we wouldn't be able to make the roll?
yeah. That's
All right.
influences your intelligence sort of rating.
Okay. John, you want to roll?
Sure, give me a second here. 7 dice.
Yep. And there's not really anything we can do to improve it without. Because we're in the middle of the swamp. There's no rumor monger we could get aboard.
Did I just roll straight? No, okay, it isn't quite, but damn close.
Pretty damn close.
Well, sorry.
Oh, nothing?
Nothing.
All right. Well, they don't know. The Drew's Luke are somewhere.
Yeah.
You will have to march somewhere and ask.
All right.
Nearest town to bust. We're not going there.
Yep. Kind of burn that bridge.
Literally and figuratively.
I forgot what happened at that town.
That was where, what was his name again?
That's where I took that dude's head off to
Yeah.
settle his honor debt.
Oh, that can't be the closest one. That's up a mountain.
Yeah, but that's still
was
the
the-
closest
It's in
one.
Vigia, yeah.
Oh, I thought there were like farming villages or something nearby. Something.
Yeah, the farming village is going to be well.
Well, do you want to
trade
march
of
into
movement.
Yon, Yichan, Newstedia, or Vigia?
What gets us
Or
closer?
Vitria?
What gets us closer to Vitria?
Let's go Vitria. Let's go for it. Vitria.
Well, no,
sounds
Vichir
good.
is the last place we should go because these are exiles, and we're wanting to.
Yeah, Vitria, you have to go through Yon.
Yeah.
Oh,
So,
I
we go to
totally
Yon.
lost track of that.
Yeah, let's go
That's-
Eon.
Go to
All
Yon.
right, Yon
and
it is.
Find out. See if we can catch wind about who Vitria is pissed with right now.
Yeah.
All right.
Keep an eye out for peddlers and other traders on the right way
Yeah.
to see if anybody knows gossip.
All right, let me see your...
Perhaps the local bard.
No,
What? There were bards.
I'm not singing.
You don't have to sing.
Bards don't always sing.
Some of them dance.
Some spoken word.
Like, Klinger was technically a bard.
What's
He
the
fucking sang
deal with Imperial Dungeons?
Kill him.
Wow.
Jesus. All right. I would allow empathy, I suppose. Anybody have that?
Not really, no.
I have sense too.
I have sense too.
I have a 10% chance of making this.
All right, roll sense at bait.
eerie.
Nope.
Nope.
No.
No.
Wow.
As a group,
All right.
We are a mercenary company.
And I'm a terrible husband, apparently.
You're also gods. Act like it.
Okay.
Okay, I will allow another roll on the company thing if you don't want to go marching off in a direction, but that is going to remove either a sovereignty or an influence temporarily. So you're actually going to send people out into the world to go. So this is you staying camped in the bog, but you basically are dispersing your forces into scouting.
Yeah.
But that is going to reduce some of your effectiveness in future rolls.
Do you want to roll it or do you want me to roll?
You'll have to take one off of influence or take one off of sovereignty.
Okay. So the blank instead.
So it's 6
6
instead of 7 now?
Well, it'll be 7 for this roll. Then
It'll be
1.
7 for this
Okay.
one, but then you're going to start losing.
Why don't we take it?
The religious text had nothing that could help you.
Weird.
We'll take it in influence, I guess. I mean, sovereignty is important. That's loyalty. So
Yeah. I concur.
So I'll be at 2 now.
Okay. 3 10s.
Damn.
And the streak continues.
This way. It's over here. All right, what's the name of your head Yichanian of descendant half Nagalisitu spy?
Sean, you can name this one.
Who's the head of your intelligence
what
division?
kind of names have they had so far?
The Yichanians, like, kind of.
It's half Yichanian, half
Chinese-ish,
Nagalisitu, yeah.
like-
Eh,
Well,
yeah. It's
Are you
isn't it
Nagalisitu.
like Latin
You pick whatever you
Chinese?
want.
Isn't that kind of how you've been doing that?
It'd be just fantasy-ish.
I just was making up gibberish, but that's how I've been doing most
No,
of
one
it.
was called
Darn,
RUT.
Caleb, I actually thought you were really taking it seriously.
I'm taking it seriously, as I
pick it
can.
apart and figure out where it was actually.
Yeah, continue doing that.
Part and
Don't look
parcel.
behind the curtain.
Part and parcel, G-Ren.
What?
G-Ren.
G-Ren. All right. G-Ren comes and says, Sir, we've discovered a Druzluk brigade, and a brigadier of legend a mere 3 days' march from here.
What's the situation?
They appear to have attempted to sack a fortress on the border of Vigia. They sought apparently a food shipment that was meant to be sent there. However, the food shipment never arrived, and they were ambushed by a incensed division from someone called Daryl the Squinty-Eyed,
Oh, God. damn it.
seeking revenge against the hunting pack. They became trapped and encircled in the fortress, and they have been engaged in a protracted siege ever since. It appears to have been going on for the better part of a month.
Well, guess better go fix everything we broke.
And we can
You
kill
mean
Daryl.
rescue them?
I mean, we really do need to kill Daryl because he's so mad at us.
I don't think he's personally there. Is he? Is Daryl
He
personally there?
might. He's kind of arrogant.
It's uncertain, sir. We do know that their brigadier has been captured by the enemy along with his main officer corps. They were out scouting the area and trying to find new raiding opportunities when they were assaulted at the fortress, which was assumed abandoned.
Seriously question the tactical soundness of a unit that allows its officers to do its reconnaissance.
Yeah, what kind of hunting? What kind
How
of
many
mercenary
times have
company
we
have
done
its
recon?
officers do everything really dangerous? Look, that time we let that charge against those Hellfire Gremlins.
Technically, we let the Pope do it.
Yeah.
And her husband went with her.
I would say no. Let's say let her do nothing. She went on her own. We followed the saint.
All right.
Yeah.
So let's, I guess, check. I think we should probably arrest the officers first. They're probably off-site, and then bolster our numbers and see if we can break the siege.
Yeah.
It's the best
All
we
right.
can come up. We'll need to get more intel when we actually arrive, but yeah. Any supplies we can pick up along the way, we do so.
Sir, sir. So marching towards the siege would be likely to alert the Vigian forces. If you seek to rescue the officers, it might be best to approach with a small force that is capable of gathering intelligence before launching the full might of your armies.
Oh, like our officers.
I throw a rock.
That's us. What are you talking about?
I'm just saying, sir, it'd be tactically sound to kill the officers before...
You do a lot of thinking, boy.
Yes, sir.
We'll keep an eye on this one.
Right.
Anyhow.
Yeah.
Actually,
All right.
you're with us.
So we set the boys into skirmisher lines. That's not going to draw any attention because it's not a massed formation, and we spread them out by, I guess, platoons.
Okay.
And then, yeah, I guess as usual, we do our dumb movie hero thing, and we run out ahead to scout.
Yeah, pretty much.
That's what we're going to
No, it's rain. If you want to send someone in to rescue the officers, you can do that. But you're rolling for your unit.
Yeah.
So whatever you do that with your unit, that is going to harm your roll for whatever big ass break the siege battle is.
Right.
So
Yeah.
you can do that.
Crack squad for that.
I mean,
They can solve some of our problems, but not all of them.
right. Yeah, no, I get that.
Yeah.
All right.
I'd say we recon first, and
Okay,
then
yeah.
if we want to, we can send my boys in, and we'll go try and climb some walls.
Yep.
It's Dweenar's favorite thing.
I could build a machine that flings us over the walls.
That sounds outstanding. Me and Dweenar volunteered to go first.
No. No.
And then when
You
we're
do the
in, it'll be
Bahubali
great.
thing and like link the shields up.
Yeah. Oh my God! Yes.
No, you'll die.
Oh.
Now I gotta figure out the gravitational ones we can just float down.
No, it catapults us. Then we have this.
Now
big
there'll be
thing
hay
that
bales. It's like
glides us
like
there
Kevin Costner
through
Robin
the
Hood. There's
air,
hay bales
like
everywhere.
a glider.
Yeah, buddy, they're everywhere.
You could invent a glider.
Yeah.
If you climb the mountain, it's in a mountainous terrain. It's on the border of Vigia. You could hang glide into
Okay,
it.
speaking of which, beforehand, no, I have my dumb idea too. Because I forgot to ask. I know I got the eyeball and trowel out myself. How many others did we get?
The
The nuclear hellfire eyes.
fueled by screams?
Yes, how many of those in the trowels did we get?
How many do you want?
There were a lot. Do you want a sack full of them?
I got I got an idea
Radioactive hellfire eyes.
Well, no, I have an idea for the regiment.
But how many people are going? How many people are you going to mute so that those hellfire eyes are fueled?
Well, no, it's screaming into it, right?
Yes, which means the auditor. It's a perfect conductor. That's why it's crazy magic. So that means that
Oh,
whoever
the
does it
brand.
will never speak again. All auditory energy.
I have an idea, but it's not very nice.
That's a pretty intense way to build a guard unit, actually.
It's a pretty intense way to create a horrifying distraction when you put it into some wild animals and cut them loose in the camp.
Pigs, yes! Let's find some wild boar. It'll be amazing.
No longer the most evil thing ever.
Hellfire war pigs.
Yes,
Come
Hellfire War
There's
Pigs.
this place.
I am on board with this.
There's this place called Geneva. We're breaking all their conventions.
I never thought I'd get to say this again, but I am getting the pig.
Okay, but
That's more of a breaking the siege action.
Yeah.
Yes!
on. We have to set that up, but yeah.
All right.
well, before I get into it, if this becomes an issue, the idea was to have sorry, damn Rossley.
Yeah, Caster.
Engineer a mechanism in which, because you said it was a kinetic where you just basically push into it to the eye and it basically transfers that
It's an
to the
implant.
triggering,
so
right?
Yeah, you just squeeze it and
Yeah.
it
So
shoots whatever auditory energy it has out as
and the fire. So basically,
radioactive heat.
yeah. So basically, having a padded unit like that with a spring or something.
turn it into a rifle.
Yeah. So basically, a nuclear hellfire.
But you'd
rifle.
still need something. It has to be linked to something.
It's
that
like a
makes sounds.
butane torch. Like it's not gonna it diffuses. So yeah, you could burn the shit out of someone at lancing range, but you
Wait.
could also stab them with a spear.
Also, we don't need the scream energy too. If we just have something that's making a shit ton of noise, like a grinder or
Well,
something.
it's not absorbing all sound around it. It just absorbs sound that is intrinsically linked to, if I understand it right.
Yes, they
Yes.
were fueling it with the screams of their failed experiments.
So
Well,
if,
yeah,
if we
themselves.
brand-
Yeah.
So if we brand the
Like-
wheels of the wagon or put it on the shoes, they become silent like we did with the melting ones, and then suddenly.
All right, but you're going to have a major sorcery penalty for rolling that because you're working with the blood sorcery of the elders.
Okay.
Not regular, actual transferable sorcery as you understand.
No, that's fine. So we'll give it a shot.
So wait, how are you doing it exactly? Like, what are you linking it to?
Well, first, I would say more boots than anything else, so that would actually become quieter over time. So
it would be perfectly quiet.
Yeah, perfectly quiet while transferring that and then giving them a shot. So once they take it back, they go back into silence, shoot it off again.
Actually,
I will say, for doing this, you need a 7 or above.
Okay.
And you're down 2 dice.
Down 2 dice. Fine. Do I still have my master dice?
No.
Okay.
Once you lose a die, you lose the master die first.
Okay.
You're doing weird experiments with stuff you're not
you lose
aware.
the master on one other die, and then
if it's not 7 or above, it succeeds in a not great way.
Okay.
No, actually, on the boot, it actually could work because then we could tie it into Leucadian martial arts. Somebody just doing really high kicks with nuclear hellfire attached to it.
We'll see.
So wait, it's coming out of the boots?
No.
Then what auditory thing is being...
No, I was wanting to basically have a fire rifle.
But, it has to be the same thing, doesn't
So
it?
he wants his cake and he's going to eat it too. He's putting on the boots so the boots are silenced. They're fucking ninjas with flamethrowers.
Yeah.
That's what he
Ninjas
wants.
with flamethrowers.
That's what he
Yeah,
wants.
exactly.
7 or above.
7 or above. All right.
Lose 2 dice, no master die.
Yep. So I'm still rolling with 8, so let's see. Come on. Don't blow myself up. That would be kind of funny.
Yeah, do this out in the field away from us.
It is out in the field away from you, and that's just 2 4s.
Yeah.
I didn't.
Yep.
I blew myself up.
He's out in the field by himself.
He is out in the field by himself.
Okay, what boots did you put them on? Did you put them on a series of boots, or...
No, I'm doing prototypes first. So
Okay.
So I'm doing like one set of boots, and I had them actually set in sticks so I could walk them out instead of not having them on.
You're walking them.
Why does it always come down to footwear?
All right.
The dice spoke when we made our characters.
So, and once I assume that they get quiet enough, that's like have a string around the eye, and I could pull it behind a tree so it's in front of a field. So I'm aware of it. I'm at least making someone.
Yep. Nothing happens.
Tap it, Dweenar. Maybe there's a loose rock.
Throw a rock at it. I'll throw a rock at it.
Roll sorcery.
Let's see here. 6.
At least this wasn't a critical failure, by the way, in any way.
Can we crit fail in this game?
Let's see here.
See 9s.
I get 2s.
That was a 3, sorry.
3. 3s are the highest ones I
What's
got.
that other white die?
That's a 5, and that's a 10. So 2 3s.
You hear something coming from your bag.
I throw the bag away, look at it. All right.
The bag is sitting there,
What kind of sound is it making?
like a ticking sound.
Okay. Was one of my stone? Did I have a stone in there? Is that it?
No,
Okay.
you were that dumb.
Yeah. All right. I carefully put a helmet on and then a shield, and then I kind of try and open it with a stick.
Our leaders, yay.
He's messing with nuclear sorcery.
Yeah, it's.
What's making the ticking sound?
You would have to open the bag.
All right, I open the bag.
Your rolling pin Geiger.
Yeah.
It's just spinning.
Oh. Dweenar, run! For the love of God, run! Throw it away!
It was out in a field somewhere, so yeah, I'm just.
Pour lead over it.
I clap him on the shoulder as he runs by. It's bad news for you. Your line will not continue between you and Sylvia. And your hair might fall out.
She already.
No. Sir, can I have my boots back, sir?
No!
Well, cobble your new ones.
Oh, all right.
Dwayne, you're going to have to explain this to me. What was that supposed to do exactly? I wasn't there for that.
A very hot fire gun.
Double 9s. I make them new boots.
Oh, thank you.
Shut the fuck up and get back in
Those are
formation.
Is it meant to explode? Or?
No, it's just we're going to have to go out and put a red it's like a red silk thread all over that area and about 100 meters. So nobody
It's not
go
gonna
there.
last a century.
Do I look like a nuclear physicist?
I mean, you're messing with that shit.
So should I?
He's a wizard!
Should I not try to hit it with a rock then?
No!
I need to know these things.
Well, I've already
You want
contaminated.
Fallout? That's how you get Fallout.
Well, you didn't master the blood magic of the ancients.
Yeah,
So.
weird. All right, so let's go on with the recon.
I tried.
I know.
Okay, you would have loved it if I had actually made that thing.
Maybe.
I'm still down for the nuclear hellscream war pigs. I mean,
No.
No, I think we learned we should not mess with these unless it's really desperate.
I would. Okay, to be honest, that was a lot safer than I usually do.
All right, so we head out to
Let's march.
recon the siege.
actually,
Okay. So are you doing it, or are you sending
No,
a
We'll
unit?
do it.
we
Yeah.
will do it.
All right. Do you have a cover? Like, how are you approaching? Are you trying to not be seen on the exterior of the siege? Are you
No.
yeoman farmers in disguise? Or what are you doing?
Yes! I'm a lead farmer, motherfucker!
No, no, they mine. That's mine. It's not farm. It's a common misconception.
we're not wearing beaver costumes in Go by River. Okay, that's
Damn
not
it!
happening.
That's very unconventional.
Actually, wait, Ross, don't you have an ability that gives you unusual?
Yeah, unconventional strategy.
Yeah. So why don't we use that?
Would unconventional strategy give me an idea of what?
All it does is mean I can't roll tactics against you.
Okay.
As long as you don't roll,
Let's
no
just
one gets
roll
a
stealth.
tactical
Let's
bonus.
just roll stealth.
All right.
Do this,
So
let's do this
you're up
right.
against Alexander the Great, but you attacked with cheese, and Alexander's like, I don't know, and you negate the bonus by being
I
confusing.
think it can help, but
Yeah. All right.
It appears to be
Yeah.
bacterialist.
So let's start with the I guess tactical.
Stealth.
Just going straight stealth. All right.
Just sneaking it.
Oh boy, I don't.
Double sevens.
Yeah, same. I have 2 sets. Is
And
there
double
any way-
threes. Can we help the others?
I have triple threes. Wow, we rolled.
Yeah,
really
I-
similar.
Wow, that's really weird.
Yeah, I have nothing in stealth, and I have
picked
one.
the
in
Did you have a
coordination.
10 as well?
I can do
Well,
nothing.
If you lose a set, you can give it to somebody else.
All right. Did either of you succeed?
I can't technically stealth.
You
You can roll
I have,
base.
I have one coordination.
you can't have
You have one coordination?
You start with 2 and everything.
I thought you started with one everything.
No, that'd be like.
He starts with whatever.
Yeah,
Womp womp. Okay, yeah.
So
I am your wizard.
again, as far as these tactical decisions, make sure you know the group composition before you charge.
Well, you had 5 experience points you could have used.
No, I did not. Because remember, I spent them all in the revolution.
He did spend the money.
He did spend them all over.
And also, my last hard dice went to plead, and that's a better superpower.
You might need that right now
Exactly.
if you are all sneaking.
I'll spend my.
you-
I got 2 sets as well, so like we can cover everybody.
All right.
All right.
I grabbed Duinar by the back of his hair. Stop! You're ghosting us, motherfucker. Stop! We need you. You're quiet.
All right. Well, though not quite as sneaky as the Predator, many of them are looking towards the fortress that is being bombarded by siege engines all night and day, and not at the exterior like they should be. So the 4 of you, not so gracefully, plop down on the top of a hillside, and you view at nighttime the campfires of a fairly massive Vigian company, outnumbering your own, that is surrounding the mountain fortress of the Giant's Foot, which is overhanging the Vigian steppes, the massive cliffs that are protecting Vigia from the north. It is the area you were supposed to resupply before you got distracted and gave all your supplies to people inside a magical portal. Daryl apparently launched a angry army to go kill you for doing that and stealing his payment and insulting his honor, in addition to killing a Yeonian noble with a crossbow bolt in his court. But instead he found a bunch of Drew's Luke raiding scavengers, stealing what they hoped was supplies that would be there, but really just hanging out in a disrepaired, abandoned fort. And they got trapped. The Vigia is not a big fan of Vitria, quite the opposite. And so they stuck around to murder the Vitrian dogs. and they appear to be doing a pretty good job of it. The fort is holding, but you see holes in the wall. The sort of sporadic missile fire coming from the battlements, but you do see the occasional catapult and ballista bolt arching into the battlements. It's quite besieged.
What do you figure? 6 men per campfire?
Yeah, probably.
That's how we did it with the beavers.
Probably not good. It's not good. It's a lot of campfires.
Yep. Are there any approaches to the fortress that seem that a small group of people could get into? So we could establish contact with the Druze Luke? I mean, we can't rescue them until we know that we're here to rescue them. You know what I mean?
Yes.
So, because if we just show up in the middle of the night, hey, and then they'll just take us to be assassins or something and stab us.
I would accept a tactics roll.
All right.
Got 5. How many you got?
6.
All right.
I had to dump heavy into it. All right. You're not going to like it. I'm taking your roll for Inspire, too, because I got a Master Dice in it.
Question.
What?
Oh, well, okay, I'll let him take his tactics just he's rolling.
Double 3, so it's a success, but yeah.
All right, so with 3s, you know that the Giant's Foot as a fortress, it's mentioned in some military histories, it must have its own source of water. You don't see a river around here, so it must be underground. So if you could find your way into the wellspring, you could basically come up in through the sewers. With a 3, though, you don't really know where that's at.
We're not. That's a rod. Should be easy for you.
So, well, for that, would it, as like to be
Anybody
able
else's hair falling out?
You'll be fine.
I'll be fine, yeah. I will be fine.
Should have made him a lead shield.
End this with me getting cancer. In any case, would it be possible, I guess, to do either like a sound or a thermal going into, since we're sensing water as a chemical, so, well, a compound, so would it be possible to do it that way?
Could you also sense eerie to douse?
I guess, well, that's true. So
I'd allow that.
okay. I don't have a lot of it, but we'll
You can also make a better tactics roll. You did just get a 3.
well, at least
So I would give you more ideas on top of a better tactics roll.
All right, John,
I'll give it.
got tactics out the yin yang.
Yep.
Double 3s.
Fuck's sake.
I just can't roll for shit.
I'll give you a different idea. Its back is to a mountain, so it's just sieged from 3 directions. So climb the mountain. You can drop in. I mean, there's a reason they're not doing it for Vigia, because it's a bunch of jagged, frightening cliffs, but I mean, they're not going to see you coming from that direction, and then you're very much going to be in that fortress for the long haul. But yeah.
Oh yeah, so the water, the spring idea is better because we can get in and out.
And also, I'm supposed to be a great swimmer, apparently.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll try. I'll try the other way of seeing if I can actually, do some sort of sensor to draw it. So, are we camped out for the night right now, or
You're plastered against the ground, looking over a hilltop.
Okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, I could take just
You're 4 dudes on the night fields.
So sound energy I could take away from it as well, and then going over to chemical.
I thought you were just doing eerie.
Oh, I tried to do the sense and that failed. So
okay.
So it's actually trying to do a spell to see if I can.
Okay, so what are you trying to do?
Converting sound energy. So as long as we're walking around, or that takes away from our steps, and converting over to chemical energy. So So we're drawing towards each other. Basically, make a line of water that leads to the spring.
So you're trying to rejoin water with other water?
Yes.
Okay. So you can roll it.
Okay. All right.
If that fails, I have a more mundane solution. You're an engineer.
Mm-hmm.
You would actually know something about building areas and building waterways.
Okay. Yeah, I could just try and identify where the water table would be, or,
Yeah, go ahead and roll that first. See, that's a good idea.
2, 4,
Because,
6.
Planning these things is weirdly your field.
3 tens?
Yeah, never mind.
Yeah.
Well, it would definitely come from the Vigian direction.
Mm-hmm.
It would be subterranean. So you would have to get into Vigian territory and find it if it has access. That would no doubt be a closely guarded secret. But you do know that if whoever was meant to staff this originally, if you can find them, they would no doubt know where any access points were if they existed. So if you got a member of the Vigian, Daryl's forces, that was meant to staff the Giant's Foot themselves when you stocked it up and they refitted it, you could get that out of them.
I guess some of them would probably be in that siege force, though. So
Yes.
So probably any officer or NCO would be a good bet. I mean, not necessarily.
You'd also try and infiltrate the Vigian forces. Try and join the siege, basically.
Okay.
But then you'd need, like, equipment and disguises.
Yeah, disguises. All right, so why... well, the thing is, they don't have access to it. Or they don't... There's some reason why they can't use the sewers. So... And if they were the ones who originally know about that, then maybe that the sewers are closed off or something. So, like, either... Yeah, so that's the question. Why, if the Invingian forces know about where the sewers are, or where the sewer entrance is, why aren't they using it?
Well, it's a hell of a bottleneck.
You got tins, right?
Yeah. 3 tins.
If it's subterranean and it's still coming from the mountains, it's probably heading down.
Okay.
Very starkly.
So it's somewhere in the mountains. So,
Well, it's also,
yeah.
if it's a water flow, it's not only subterranean and pitch dark, it is put yourself in a barrel
Yeah.
and throw yourself over whatever pitch black waterfall exists in there, and then pray you come out in the wellspring of the Giant's Foot.
I'm feeling good about this plan. I'm happy to be a part of it.
You know, we could just climb it, and it would be easy to rappel or parachute down. But then one of us...
Maybe one of those things.
Okay.
Well, here's where I could come in for that.
Repel a shoot.
I can. It's like if we use any of the mechanical energy for climbing up with this, that can be transferred over into gravitational and then cushion our fall all the way down.
Okay, so
We've been on a hot streak, but I'm still not trusted.
I'm going to say this.
Okay, well, I didn't have my master dice the last time, and I was down 2. So, and I was dealing with stuff that I shouldn't be. And why am I coughing up blood? Okay.
The B-train officers were the people we were going to rescue first, right?
Yeah.
Where are they located?
I mean, I'm sure we can see a very obvious stockade.
Yeah,
like it's a siege camp.
The Druze Luke are in the stockade. You have no doubt.
So,
You only know they exist because you got a 10 with your spy master.
So, do you want to focus on them first, or are you really going to try to get into the siege?
Actually, yeah. If we rescue the officers first, that gives us...
Yeah, it gives us leverage. We got
And also, the Druze Luke won't kill us when we infiltrate their castle.
Ta-da.
That's what I'm saying. Like, we got a gift. We got leverage.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, we dirty dozen
So-
first, and then...
About those pigs again.
Yeah, no.
That was.
Well, we could ambush or like get uniforms of the Invidian as disguises. That should be a thing. Or we could sorcery up some illusions or something.
Yeah, with radiant.
The pigs you can make work. You can surgically alter them, and then you can get them as close to the camp as you're allowed, and then you can brand them and make sure their screams set their faces on fire, and then they're gonna run.
Yeah,
Maybe not in the direction you want.
Let me argue the point other than Fraggle Rocking for this idea. Number 1, chaos. It's a siege camp. Everything is fucking temporary, aka in medieval fantasyland, flammable.
Yep.
So it's going to cause a hell of a ruckus when we start lighting their friggin' tents on fire.
Also, magic is terrifying.
Yes, magic is terrifying. And 2, we have 2 problems to solve. 1, rescue officers. 2, break the siege. If we do damage to the siege line, as minor as it may end up being from this stupid idea, that is still a weak point that we could potentially exploit. Because the camp...
It would be a hell of a distraction for getting into the camp and stealing some shit to look like soldiers.
Because we only have 2 stealth guys, so Sam Fishering, this is going to be real fucking hairy.
Well, and that was my other question with doing the Sam Fishering of that. With radiance, can that go backwards towards reducing light?
You can steal light from a source of light.
Okay. Well,
You can't absorb light.
It's
though.
it's
Okay,
the
so-
illuminatory. It's not a cloak.
Okay. So that was my question of like, could that be used to at least obscure vision around somebody else if they chose to?
There'd be too many sources of light. So you could do it from like a fire if you inscribed the fuel being turned into thermal energy to not convert into radiance. But then like the other fire.
Well, no,
or
the question
moon,
is-
or yeah.
Well, no. The question is, come on, phone. Wrong place for put my finger. Okay. So, because I saw the chemical going to radiant, so could that be used? That my question is, could that be used to dampen that one specifically, like literally the light around one person, and that would be the cloak instead of since mechanical can't go to radiant.
Well, you're turning it into it, so the chemical energy could turn into light,
Turn
like you
into
set
light.
something on
Okay,
fire,
so
or you could turn light into chemicals.
All right, that was the
So, imagine every 4 of those tents has a campfire plus multiple guards walking around with torches.
Yeah, no, that's fine.
Yeah.
That's fine too. Like I was trying to see I was seeing what would actually be.
If you're wanting to do some kind of infiltration ahead of time that's actually not just totally going super stealth mode, I used to be a bard. I have fascinate and perform. If I just ditch the armor,
I fascinate too. So
I'm just saying, if I just ditch the
I'm
armor,
with you, but
we pretend to be traveling bards,
why are you so happy?
and then we release the flaming war pigs.
Yeah. Like,
Okay, and I know
so we're already in a position rather that you two can chase the pigs down.
We are the Scotch on pig dancers. We must have our pigs in order to perform.
Okay, well, and I know part of this is me like looking at them like let's not just torture an animal until it dies because of this.
They're wild boars. They are the scourge of every age. They're still a scourge in the modern era.
They ruin farms.
They ruin everything. They kill people. And dogs, Aaron. Dogs.
And AIs.
Yes.
Probably.
They're made of wood.
God, I'm have to get.
They're
this.
related to sharks.
So are you getting
related
getting
to
wild
sharks.
boars or actual like pigs?
No, wild boars. Like,
So we have to catch them.
God,
Yes,
I'm
we
gonna
do.
You
have to
could
get
buy
some-
some wild pigs.
Okay.
I'm gonna.
You would
get
have to
some
go
White
catch
Walker.
some wild boars. If you're attaching to flamethrower to it, any animal will do. It's gonna fucking freak out and run around. You could do it with cats.
I was
Like
thinking sheep originally.
Oh.
Or is hell. Yeah.
They're not going to stand still for that shit.
yeah, but
My face is on
You want
fire.
something with a lot of
Quite
mass,
impressive.
something that's going to be hard to kill.
yeah.
So
I feel like
But then the rest
wild
sheep
boars.
is gonna
Yes!
but like it won't last long. It's like a fucking
You do
it's like
cattle.
a Roman candle. We want them to
big
last.
cow.
We want them to get them deep
that
into
like
the
that
camp.
Australian cow.
No, I think I okay.
So
if we're gonna do
big.
this, the boars are probably better just because they literally can try to gore people, anybody on when
I'm
they're
saying
trying to do
that's
it.
the
at
only
same
reason
Time, so.
I'm arguing for the boars because they're way more aggressive. They're going to be freaking the fuck out, and anything in their way is going to. I
right.
get what you're saying,
All right,
Caleb.
so
It's an
let's
easier role to
summarize.
buy.
I
them.
just let's
But-
work backwards. All right. You want boars with flamethrowers to run through the camp.
Yep.
So how do you get to that place where you have boars close enough to the camp that when they freak out they run
we
around?
flash back and send 2 of the skirmish units to go hunting while we recon.
Well, they're
That's fine. That's fine. But how do the boars get close enough, since they are a scourge and hated by all, to the camp to be set off when you?
All right. So it'll be a siege line, but we're in the mountains. I assume it's kind of a deciduous one. Like we've got pines and stuff.
There's
we're in.
truffles.
Yeah,
around.
there's a tree line. Yeah.
So we've got what? Maybe it's a meadow campsite. I'll be generous, say 75 yards at tops between
we
the
can make
campsite and
yes,
us.
Maximilian.
Okay. What's the name of our unit?
the hunting bag.
The hunting bag.
What do we have?
Dogs. Lots of fucking dogs.
You drive the boars towards the camp.
Well, we have to ruin them up.
Okay, so we got to catch them first.
Well, that's
Yeah.
but that's why I'm that's why I want the flashback. Like you know, and we've got so we'll have.
I'm
confidence.
allowing you to have boars. To be perfectly clear,
Okay.
I know
How do
that
we get them?
as not a military man, I know that if a herd of wild boar were charging towards me without being on fire, I would seek to stop them from getting closer far before they got in amongst the tents.
Right. But you've indicated, you've set the scene that they are still actively in siege. They are
Yes,
actively
yes.
launching missiles into the castle.
Yeah.
The brunt of the force
is on the siege line firing missiles. So we have wandering guards. Yeah, that's a problem, but they're 1s and 2s in a patrol pattern.
So
and
you're
the
just gonna
assholes
get
who
back,
got put back at the camps.
send the dogs to run them towards them, and then set them off?
Go with. I mean, we have horses, too.
Okay, so
we ride them down.
All right, so we've captured the boars, ruin them up.
Yeah.
Then then we wake them up, and
he'll set the dogs to them.
Okay. And then they just run into them. They just charge in.
They just run in on fire.
Okay.
Screaming fire.
We'll lose a few, but assume we got a good size. Like
they will be quiet.
Yeah.
So that'll help until the flames start going off, and then they'll be pretty noticeable.
Yeah.
But by that point, should make it easy for guards who will degenerate again and say they've got crossbows. It's not a fast-firing weapon, but they'll probably have that. So we won't lose that many to the initial volley.
Yeah.
And they'll
So
hit
we
that
just
line.
need to position them so that when the place that they charge into is the best place to draw everything away from the stockades.
Yeah. Yes.
So we identify where the stockades are and then figure out where to aim the boars at. And then when that's happened, our unit is doing that, and then we're positioned nearby to run in the stockades and free the officers.
Exactly.
Okay.
All right, so the goal is not infiltrating then. The goal is...
It's the exact
smash and grab.
Destroy that fucking stockade.
Smash and grab.
All right.
Wait, what are the stockades made out of? What material?
Largely wood, except for whatever chain someone would be in. Because,
they traditionally in medieval day would be staked in there. So we'll need to whack down some stakes real fast to get them up off.
Yeah, you don't need like Simtex or anything. But.
Okay, I don't need to sorcerer anything out to break them out.
I mean, you can.
Okay,
your fucking throwing axes will be just sufficient. Yeah.
I mean, you could turn something into chemical energy that would destroy
from
wood really quickly. Like,
yeah. Okay.
Do you want me to?
I mean, yeah. Why don't you make something to?
Okay. So, what are you transferring into chemical energy?
Let's see what we got. So, actually, that could be just another. That could be just another thermal energy we have. Oh, no, we're running on a campfire. Is this prepping beforehand or?
Yeah, you're not doing. This is going to be a company-sized action.
Okay.
If you have a horde of boars, that's not a 4-person job.
No, it is not.
This is going to be an unconventional warfare.
The nuclear
role.
boars, go get them.
Nuclear warfare.
So I will do that. Transforming thermal energy. So that's like stuff in the campfire and kilns for this. So
I just want to be warm. Why can't you ever let us have our fires, Dweeber?
Go towards the camp. Go towards
Scarl, we hate that damned wizard. It's always so fucking cold here.
Boys,
He never lets us have our own heat.
There's so many things I wish I could explain to you right now about this, but
Do you want me to describe it and steal my own body?
He gets his own wife. She's a princess. I hate him.
I'm not taking theirs. I'm building my own goddamn fires. Jesus fucking Christ!
I'm the one who took an extra rune through in the other side. This will make it stronger.
And the great beaver betrayer too.
For the greater good.
Yeah, they don't know you know sorcery. You learned it at night school.
Just a lonely engineer.
And 2 10s. Alright. 2 10s.
All right. What did you turn into an acid lockbreaker?
I will actually take some of the. Actually, I'll find some vines that are outside the rope, so I'll inscribe it on them, and we can wrap that around that's like the wood engine, and have it burn through. So
you have made debt cord, basically.
Not debt cord, acid cord.
No, that's what debt cord does not explode.
It's
like in
debt
the movies.
vines.
Like,
Yeah.
Okay.
Dead vines.
More dead vines. So, there you go.
Okay, so that's it. So I will take it. I'll say it takes part of a week to hunt enough boars to cause damage. Yeah. So you're out foraging the countryside. That's good. Your men could use the rest. They're trying not to kill them, but they really want to kill them and eat them.
Hunting boars was sport.
Yeah.
The sport of the rich man. So
now I got
it's a treat. It's R&R.
So you've built,
Oh, bonus! If the sieging force eats those dead pigs, they're gonna get fucking radiation poisoning.
You know what irradiated food is, right?
I mean,
Because that's their first thought is,
This is the
oh
goddamn
gosh,
brewery
we got
all over again.
We
Yeah,
got
but you're
attacked
doing
by
it this
boars
time.
spouting green flame.
All right.
I didn't propose this.
You have a sty of
I wanted a nuclear rifle.
angry, angry, pissed off boars
Yeah.
and a bunch of leftover atomic ruins I should have never given you.
Hard disagree.
So you're gonna have to roll healing to both adequately sedate and then perform surgery to install said ruins on aforementioned boars.
This is
Can
fine.
can I help him with any kind of spell casting on
Too
this?
late, dice have been rolled.
This is a raw healing thing. Yeah.
What's better, with
Triple
or
eights?
heights? I got
Eights?
4 6s or 2 8s.
You want the 8s. So
Yeah.
some of them don't wake up, and a few of them start to wake up and have to be speared as they attempt to gore you. But nobody does damage, and most of them have one eye removed and installed. The thing is that they're sort of side-oriented. They're not very front-oriented animals, quite so much. So it's going to be sort of off to the side. It's going to be like diagonally a little bit more than the human faces of the weird infant things. But
If you wake up in the morning and you did not expect to see that,
yeah, I mean, they're not going to see the fire that they're launching out of their face. So there's that.
I mean, like,
Front facing eyes.
Yeah, I was
Do
about to
they?
say.
I thought it was a little to the side. Oh, yeah. It's like a 45.
It's not like human. But
Yeah.
yeah.
Well, with an 8, you sort of gear it to toast some snout on the way out. Yeah. So there you go.
It's fine.
Yeah. So you've got some boars. A unconventional warfare roll is going to be influence plus, I believe, sovereignty.
The
Okay.
exact same one we did last time.
So 6, yeah?
No. It's influence plus might. Sorry.
5.
So I will
Four
let you
dice.
add 1 for having correctly installed the boar
Yeah.
warfare. So what else do you want to do? You got 6 dice now. What else do you want to do to increase the chance of this succeeding?
Would his dog pack come into play?
yeah,
Stealth.
Oh yeah, roll with the dogs. What do you roll with the dogs?
that's 3.
Oh, it does not add 3. I will add 1 for the dogs.
Second.
Okay.
Stealth to be in position already. So like,
All right, roll stealth.
Twos. Fuck me.
You just needed a success. You're just
Okay.
adding a die.
All right.
Okay.
All right. So the warfare is going out. You are as close as you can be. So that's adding dice to the success. I'll allow it. This is going to determine how far do they get into the camp before they fucking freak out. Because here's what's going to happen. You're going to have to take the brand. All right. You're going to have to brand all of them. The second you do, their screams are going to start popping out of their eyes as atomic hellfire. And then you're going to have to get them going all at once. So you're basically going to have to work down the line, and they're going to be on fire the entire time you're getting the rest of them.
Can we make more than one brand?
You've got a few, but you don't have enough
Okay.
to equal all the number of boars.
Put stabbies on it.
I mean, they'll do it, but like this is the rule. Things that can go wrong, they can freak out early.
Okay.
They can go the wrong direction. There's a lot of stuff.
Well, actually, before we do that,
Okay.
could I do a conversion another conversion into gravitational energy to hold them in place until we're ready to let them go?
I mean, that's not the problem. Like,
Well, no, but
the problem is branding them quickly. Something to make it faster.
You're holding them in place
Okay.
with chains. That's fine.
Yeah.
The problem is that they're going to scream. Hot fire is going to come shooting out of their eye.
And to keep
That's
up.
going to cause them to scream some more.
Yeah.
And then more hot fire. There's going to be a little fire going on over the horizon before a bunch of on-fire boars go over
Yeah,
it.
we need rapid stabbing.
It's going to be quiet, though.
Which is useful in a sneak attack.
Which is good.
but the green flame kind of gives it away. Just a tad.
Yeah.
Unless there's a way to make a hologram, so, like there is no smoke here. No, there's no magical way to make a hologram. Oh, okay. So just go ahead and roll.
Mm-hmm.
All right. 2 10s. So
Oh, nice.
Yep.
All right.
All right.
and 2 5s.
All right. So you and your crack team you've assembled are basically all behind them. All the men are like, and
It's
you
going to work.
you hear pig scream. So over in the Vigian camp, a few lonely sentries are, on the camp walls, looking outward. And they hear, like, the squeals of pigs. It's like, right, someone's eating good tonight. Yeah, indeed. And then they see a weird green glow over the horizon, and they hear barking. At which point, over the hills, just this camping of flame-spitting boars comes streaking out, herded on the sides by dogs. At which point, they just sort of silently gawk. And then just start clinging the bell.
Actually, this is the moment where during that one sketch, like, Hans, are we the baddies?
This satisfies my craving.
Literally that scene in Monty Python and the Holy Grail where they're just watching Lancelot run at them.
Yeah.
Like, well, what's going on? Yeah.
So I assume you're not following the boars.
No, we're
that
going.
would be the...
We position them
Yeah,
so
yeah.
that they would cause maximum disruption, so we can get to the stockades.
Yeah.
Unimpeded.
How long are you waiting before you start running too?
Do we have eyes on it from our position or not?
I mean, you're on the other side of the crest of a hill, so you're not visible. You do see it's getting brighter on that side of the hill. There's sort of a greenish glow and some smoke.
Well, why don't we try and sneak and take out a couple stealth-wise first,
Sure.
naked justice one of the sentries.
Sure.
It's a silent takedown.
Oh no, it is a silent takedown. It's
All
just,
right,
I
so
think
you're
Caleb's
in an
really
advanced
getting
crew.
sick of-
All right, no,
really
it's
getting
fine.
Sick of this thing. Yeah. So, can I spot one that's like at that bell you mentioned?
We'll roll stealth first.
Oh, okay. Stealth first.
You're in a different area than the
Gotcha.
guys who are freaking out as a result of that.
Double threes.
All right. See your average.
That's a pretty good guard.
Well, I mean, you guys are getting experience points every time.
Yep, I lost.
Eights.
My twos
yeah,
beat the
eights.
ones.
All right. He sees you. He's reaching for it. Naked justice.
Booch.
This will be a speed roll.
All right, so 3 9s.
Okay. That beat the hell out of his threes. And yeah, he's
Flying
down.
behind.
So there's his partner. He's going to reach for it.
I'll try and throw an axe into his head.
Yep.
All right.
This is another speed thing.
Yep. Let's see. All right, 10 dice on that.
Bored.
I really like with the throwing axes. Let's see here. 2 10s at least.
Yeah, but speed.
Well, 10s is going to beat the 8s.
Yeah.
And it's a headshot, which is...
Yeah.
All right, the advanced squadron is sneaking up. The men look, is like, oh, and then one of them goes cartwheeling out of the guard tower. The other one reaches, and then he just has an axe in his head as drops. And the men are very excited to be following you, too. Like, fuck yes! Hunting pack, this is it! This is what we were down for! On the other side of the camp, you hear ding, 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 ah! Crashing, gouts of flame. The entire hillside is just streaked with weird fire.
So quiet. So beautiful.
Yeah.
All right. What? This is it. This is really unconventional warfare.
Yeah.
So the rest of the squad catches up. You're outside the stockade. You can see through the lanes of the camp men, rushing with water barrels and buckets and weapons towards there. You see the occasional fire-spitting pig covered in blood and charred flesh, limping through the aisles as men are just hurling javelins into it and screaming. Yeah.
All right.
That was breach up, by the way.
I think we just reinvented war.
Yeah. It's
beautiful.
So, yeah, we get to
love this.
run to the stockade and get it open.
Yeah, I'll. Do I need to make a roll for what I made, or?
No, you already made your rolls,
All
right?
So, yeah, I made the roll. So.
When do you want to use it? Do you want to use it on the door into the stockade? Do you want to wait for it to later? Like, I'm letting you decide. Like he said, a fucking axe could take care of stuff, but it takes some time.
Use that on the chain. Get him loose.
Yeah.
All right. So yeah, we chop our way in.
All right, you chop our way in. It's a fight. The stockade is guarded.
Okay.
Cool.
Are
Let's
you?
go.
Yeah.
Yep.
Going for it. Sense 3. These obviously aren't the best Vigia has to offer in the siege, but
Yeah.
anybody have sense 3?
No.
Sense 2.
Two.
All right.
I throw axe.
All right.
I swing sword.
Dogs and swords.
All the dogs are occupied.
Yeah. Double tens. Oh, no. Headshot at least.
2 sevens.
Okay. Well, that guy didn't make it.
Oh, so that'll be triple tens because
Yeah. And what'd you get?
My highest is 2 9s.
You beat his nothing.
All right.
And what'd you get?
2 sevens.
And you beat his 2s.
All right.
So you ruin his set. So with all of the wounds you inflict on them and the mini-mid you have pouring in, covered in night black and stabbing down to finish it off, you don't really have to worry about injury. Dwemer, you get in, you see a stockade. There's a series of men in various forms of undress locked in there. There is a central... Are you going to try and find the one you're looking for? Or there is a central chain? So they are rung through chains through an islet like a galley. You can get the chain and get all of them and say fuck it and go later.
Oh yeah.
Or you can...
We're getting everybody, so because the more that we have, the better. So
Some of these may not be Drublas, the mercenary officers. They may have other prisoners. So,
Fuck it.
yeah.
We'll sort it out later.
Yep.
okay.
More hounds for the pack.
Yeah.
All right, so you write a ruin on there. You
mercenary
you inscribe the last ruin. It sort of sizzles, and the chain goes chink, and you just like, come on.
Yep.
And you book.
Yeah.
With 10s on your unconventional warfare. That's pretty good. They're occupied. No alarms came from the other side of the camp. And now I will allow a tactics roll.
Because
Yep.
Double nines.
I will say that you realize it's going to be pretty clear that this was a tactic not to break the siege, but to steal the stockade, unless the stockade is not here anymore.
Okay.
So perhaps it was lost in the fire.
I grab the nearest pig and drag it over, throw it into the stockade.
No, you can just set a fire. They can't determine it from different fires.
their forensics are not.
So you have the men burn the stockade down
Badass.
behind you.
I'm increasing my legend.
With 9s, you can even throw the bodies of the guards near the chains. So you're like, yep, all were lost. And you go streaking back into the night. All right.
God, this is red. I get to use the pig.
That's what
I know.
Well, yeah.
Howling as we go.
Yeah.
Fuck them.
Oh, they're gonna know who did this.
I mean,
Are they?
I mean, it is a unique tactic. And no one has ever found a way to have pigs shoot
As a
hellfire out of their eyes.
As a mercenary group,
Yeah.
I want this on our resume. Okay, we will send hellfire pigs on you.
Yeah, but
We don't have that. That was a one
I
shot.
mean, if we play a card race, we'll
they
get a
don't
nation.
need to know that when we sell our services.
We're not gonna have to sell our services. We're gonna be rich.
We're going to be
We're
intimidating.
dead.
We're going to be
Right.
intimidating when
Also,
the
yes.
walks in.
There's no middle ground anymore. We're founding an empire.
So when we come out and say, "Hey, we did this horrible thing. We
Yeah.
did this horrible thing. We did this horrible
We
thing.
can do this to you.
We have this country. Fuck off."
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
I'm with Creature.
We'll hire good bards. They'll hype us.
There we go.
Bard hype?
That's how you can retire, Dweenar.
All right, so we as soon as we get clear, we will find out who these guys are.
Yeah.
Make sure that they're all the Drew's Luke officers.
We didn't miss
And
one
if-
who was in an
yeah.
interrogation tent.
Be sure to ask all the prisoners who everybody else was to see if we can get consistent stories or not. You know, so because if it was I hope you didn't.
Who's doing that?
Not me. I'm terrible at that because it's people and not things.
Who's got lie?
Like objects.
I have line.
He's got lie
I
8.
lie your ass off, Dweenar.
Please.
Not the tactic here. You have literally all the power.
Tell me where the drugs are.
You have literally all the power possible in the situation. You've saved their lives,
They're surrounded by armed
and they are
soldiers.
surrounded by your army.
Oh my god. This is the best game. All right.
I swear to God. Would you swear to me?
All right. That is a whole lot of nothing.
I see 2 8s.
That's a 9. Oh, thank you. I'm sorry, I didn't see that one. Yeah, 2 8s. So
He lied so hard, he lied about his success.
It's all right. I got you, Holmes. All right.
All right, so you, through an elaborate check and jive, managed to determine which ones are Vigian traitors and deserters and drunks versus which one are Drew's Luke officers. You do sort of discern that they are sort of, by not telling them why you're really there, as you were smart enough to do, you can sort of determine about which ones think you're, against Vigia, and which ones think you're for Drew's Luke, or which ones think you're Newt Stedian, because Vigia is fighting Newt Stedi on the border, not realizing Newt Stedi had a recent revolution, is no longer interested in geopolitics at the moment.
technically, we have at least 2 new studies here with a couple other ones. So.
So you do manage to isolate it down, and of the Drew's Luke at the 8 that you're lying, you realize that none of them are identifying themselves as, there are about 3 of them that are true Drew's Luke that you know, but you're not sure which one is the Brigadier.
Okay.
So they are not identifying themselves.
Why?
When you ask their names, they say they are named after animals.
Is one of you the flying rhino?
No.
Oh.
None of them claim to be the rhino.
Aw. What? All right. All right. So, do we know anything about them? Why they would not want to? Well, this isn't a trick. We're not.
Anybody got to get the
There
board?
is a titmouse, an owl, and a hawk.
Hawk.
Did I make a reference? It can be something different. If you're gonna anime out, it can be anything different.
No, that was a riff track.
That's MSC3.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Remember, that was Sly Stallone's character from Over the Top.
Okay. Does it need to be something else?
No.
It feels like it needs to be something else.
All right.
You do you, Caitlin.
So we need to figure out which one of these 3 is actually more important. Good lore checks could work pretty well here. Who's got good sense skills? I think
I have
Anyways, with
I
scrutinizer.
have 3 plus an extra dice on scrutinize. And I've got 5 on Eerie, which I don't think helps. So that's the best I can offer.
You also
on
roll
sense.
lore.
I do have lore.
Give it a shot.
I should put more dice in the roll. I got ones. A pair of ones.
So you know that you don't know what it would be, but you know with the Vitrian caste system, the things that can get you killed are numerous, and the law books are large. And so you could sort of look for things that would make you a criminal in Vitrian society, because the person who doesn't have them would be in charge. The one way you ascend to nobility in Vitria is you command a company of Drew's Luke for 10 years and keep them alive, and then your line can be ascended in nobility if you're already a citizen in good standing. So someone without prison tats, someone without from unpersecuted ethnic groups in Vitria would be
So this would be
Vitrian captain.
a great time for scrutinize.
Okay.
Unless there's something we can do to kind of trip them off a little bit, like how dare you, dirty foreigner, commoner person, question my authority, maybe. I'm trying to think of a good skill for that. Fascinate, jest.
Why I'm feeling an 8 on this, but
I mean, we can just search them and look for tattoos, right?
Yeah, but
Well, you don't know what you're looking for.
Listen.
nope. Just off.
I have a really bad idea.
It involves sorcery, doesn't it?
I stumbled into this. Why wouldn't
It
I?
involves sorcery again. Okay.
So
How are you going to ensorcel them?
use graces. Use graces.
Didn't you already use graces?
no, I haven't. Actually.
No one's actually said,
All
please
right.
don't see the Brigadier.
I could, but if you want to hear the idea, just say no.
Why
How-
haven't you done that? I just asked them politely.
If they're
I kind of want to hear this sorcery pitch at this
fine.
point.
All right, what's the sorcery thing?
Okay, I'll say that. So, since we have going for chemical, using that to stimulate their electrical impulses in their brain to be more willing to talk. There you
You're
go.
gonna fucking give them
You black sight
electroshock therapy.
That's
Electroshock therapy. That's what you're gonna do.
modifying their brain impulse.
That's electroshock
It
therapy.
is technically, so yes.
Yeah.
You better hope it's like 3 tens, or else
You're gonna fucking one flew over the cuckoo nest them.
I will go with graces so I don't kill you.
Don't cuckoo nest them.
I will go.
All right, you go to Graces. What are you going to say?
Okay. So we're still lying to keep our.
You don't know. You know who they are now.
Oh, we do. Okay.
Yeah. You're not going to release a bunch of
Okay, so we can actually.
Vigians that are going to run back to their lines and say, like, hey,
Yeah.
give me back my titles and lands because actually that was a false flag operation. It wasn't the Boers.
All right. So, but we could bait. So this is the Grace is just telling them, look, we are coming to you to provide a better offer and a better life to you, a land that eventually you and your descendants can call your own. And that's like the threat of hoping without the vain hope that one day you will be. That's like one of you might be able to return if all of your comrades die with itself. So. All right.
Too many sixes there.
I have 2 8s.
Yep. I don't have any 10s.
Oh, thank God.
That beats my highest thing. Oh. All right. Owl stands up. Yes. I don't quite believe what you have to say, but that was an interesting operation that you used to free us. I thought it was rather novel. I haven't seen anything like that before. I'm willing to work with you for the safety of my men.
Thank you. I really didn't want to give you a muffin.
I don't know what that means.
Idioms.
How do they work?
all that aside, we'd like to help.
Don't say the quiet parts out loud.
We would like to assist you in breaking the siege.
Yeah.
Excellent.
We just need full intel.
Who are
Anything
you?
We're the hunting pack.
I'm Maximilian Klingzer. This is the hunting pack.
Ah, yes.
We may have made some waves lately.
Yeah.
I expected to fight you when I came here.
Yeah. We found a new opportunity.
Excellent.
Yeah.
And now we're helping you.
I thought I was duped.
Yeah, we really want to also kill that squinty-eyed guy because he really hates us.
Is he here? Do you know?
Yeah, is he personally leading this army?
Daryl the Squinty-Eyed?
Yeah.
I was not interrogated by him personally. I couldn't know.
Oh.
I know that we were told by our spies in Daryl's keep that your men were sent off with crates of supplies sent for here. We came to ambush you and take them so we could continue raiding through the lands and end our terms of service. But when you weren't here and Daryl showed up, I thought we'd been duped by an amazing ruse. I didn't know that there was a further tactical exchange in the great game. I'm quite impressed. What end? If you do not work for Vigia, who?
We work for ourselves.
Ooh.
We got a whole thing. It's this whole thing. It's
So
crazy.
we want you to be a part of this, and your men would be a well.
First we try, then we trust.
Yeah.
So let's Anything you can give us to help break the siege. That little stunt we pulled is probably not going to work a second time. So, we just need to know where to position.
Are you on the move now?
They are posted nearby.
We should be ranging far away.
Yeah.
No doubt they will send out scouts to see where the hell pigs came from. Quite a trick, I must say.
I kind of one pig escapes and it just becomes a legend in the ring. Fucking immortal hell pig.
Have you seen Fire Eye?
Burning green.
So I lost this leg.
It's just Jaws, but in the forest.
His evergreen fire.
I got something for this after the game, actually.
Yeah.
After we're done playing.
Yeah. So we were moving away to reposition.
Yeah. Reform.
Yeah. Rejoin and all that. So yeah. And yeah, so we need to get into since you're here, you can tell if we break the siege, tell your men that we're, working together so they won't attack us, mistaking us for the enemy. But so that part's solved. But yeah, we need to break the siege. So
yes. Well, I would suggest that we give my strong brigade supplies first. We were raiding because we were very hungry. We had about a week of food. That was 3 weeks ago.
I'm sure there were a lot of rats in there.
Yes, no doubt the men and women are handling them as best they can, but even with rationing, they are running low. I would not suggest attacking with your force at its current strength levels. We must combine our forces, strengthen the interior, and launch an assault from both sides.
Okay. Well, one way we can get supplies in is if we climb the mountain up, we can put parachutes on crates and just float them in.
Yes, that would be my suggestion as well.
Okay.
I shall also need to be infiltrated back into the fort so I can be amongst my people.
He's got this brilliant thing. Have you ever heard of flying squirrels?
Yes.
Yeah, how, you're not afraid of heights, are you?
No, I fear nothing. Except dishonor.
Okay. You won't have to worry about that. Just gravity. So, yeah, I'm going to make me some parachutes for crates for supplies.
Do you want me to try the gravitation spell?
All right, invent parachutes. Lose a die for that,
Son of a bitch.
as you're not basing it on any current design.
Aw. But I want to.
There was this time I jumped out of my parents' upstairs window with a sheet.
Yeah, basically.
I read a myth once. I think you need feathers. I think feathers will help.
8.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you want me to make the gravity chutes as our cushions just in case?
Only 2 out of 10 will fail.
I'm going to say yes.
Wow.
We're going to do that.
That's pretty good for a first prototype.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right.
And like it's food.
I think the
some
U.S.
of it.
Army has a worse failure rate.
Yeah.
With their shoots.
Yeah.
Take that, Boeing. Also, we'll just pack food that, it still is edible if it smashes the ground really fast.
Like sausages.
Yeah.
Try sausages.
I'm going to use radiant. I'm going to try to. That's like use collect. It's like to mirrors to collect the sunlight, and it's either that or the muffins. And people are complaining when they start.
What are you doing?
He's trying to make anti-gravity pods.
Okay.
Basically, to slow our descent when we're coming down.
All right.
That's.
Give it a shot.
I figured you didn't want me to do the muffin because the people are complaining about starving.
Well, it would keep their organs from feeling gravity.
I know.
The other parts.
All right. 2 10s.
All right.
Thank you, Master Dice.
I will give you another roll if one fails.
Okay.
To see if it had an anti-gravity pod on it that worked.
Okay.
Okay, so they need to do that, but he suggests this will be a protracted process. We will need to scavenge as best we can. We will need to, as quickly as we can, using your freshest horses in a train, scale the Vigian Mountains, where we will be behind enemy territory, and then we must relieve my troops as best we can. We'll need at least a month to rebuild back up our strength. and then a pincer attack.
Can you survive that long?
Time is kind of a factor for us, too.
We have a slight time crunch problem. We need to accelerate this.
Well, I mean, a few loaves of bread to my starving troops they'll not be ready to fight. But the longer you wait, the more overconfident the Vigians will feel. They must feel at this moment we would break at any
How
second.
about 2 weeks?
2 weeks?
Instead of a month.
You seek to make the Vigian pass in a week?
Did anybody have a wilderness skill?
We can magic that.
Somebody had one.
What are the...
Would it be under knowledges or coordination?
Well, for food stuff,
was a
I
wilderness.
might be able to do something.
Yeah, I think
I'm
it's
not
one
sure
you
if
have to
it's
kind
worth,
of
though.
have asked for,
Somebody
I guess.
had one. They rolled it.
Of course,
I don't.
Four Hands has all that shit. Like,
Oh, yeah.
No, it was in the initial roll-up.
Not me.
Okay.
What is this?
Survival,
Some kind of wilderness
perhaps?
survival, maybe.
I
I
Some
mean,
kind of
that would have to be a student thing. Like,
navigation, maybe.
Oh, I have like 1 in navigation.
I'm just trying to figure out if we can find a better path.
I can try, but it's not really that worth it.
Too bad. Yeah.
Although if they're worried about survival, that's like in the food stuff. And another possibility with magic, could I use the conversion over to chemical to like make something far more nutritious or something that would digest longer and provide a longer benefit?
That'd be
Or-
chemical.
So we could do a conversion of mechanical energy over to that to make it something that's already converted, but basically make it more nutritious. So
You would basically make mechanical energy into unstable chemical energy.
okay, so
Yeah.
all right.
That's the kind of crazy shit that the elders did, which
Okay.
is like, I'm going to turn your flesh into crazy monster baby flesh.
And obviously I don't want to do that, but that's why I'm asking the question now instead of just going for it.
Yeah.
So
It's not something that we can do.
Okay.
We have the skill to do.
We can't let a month go by without going back.
no, that's
And if we vanish,
It'd be a little more than a month.
Then obviously we possibly just lost allies.
Yeah. Well, I mean, let's see here. 1 hour is equivalent to, let's see, in our time. So a month is 15. Yeah, so it's 15 months per hour. So
A month is going to be.
So a year is like over.
Not quite. It's 12.
Oh, okay. Well, 4 minutes was a month, so I thought 15.
Is
It
there a way?
is. You figured it out, so I'll tell you. I say close every time. A minute is 6 days. An hour is a year, roughly. A day is roughly 24 years. A week is roughly 168 years. And a month is roughly 672 years.
672 years.
I mean, if you want to risk that, or I've got.
You've already been gone for about a week.
I've got one crazy idea.
Yeah?
It's terrifyingly stupid, but if it works, holy shit.
Okay, what is it?
We figure out a way to change Squinny's priorities to kite off some of the troops.
Okay.
And then we lead them on a wild fucking goose chase.
Oh, like fake.
towards the
Well, he wants to kill the hunting pack, so we basically say.
We just say, here we are.
Yeah.
Flip him the bird very publicly.
Yeah.
And then hope that he was investing most of his
we
troops
launch
in this
we
shit.
launch a we launch a nasty rock with a note. How'd you like the pigs, dickhead?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
I'm not proposing. I'm not saying this is the best plan.
No, that would work.
I actually think it's a great plan.
A running
the only
battle as
problem
Daryl
is-
tries to kill you.
Yeah.
And
the problem
allows
is
them to
we're
break
not
the siege.
cavalry. We're
You do have horses
We got
now.
the horses.
we have horses, but
Okay, so what we do is we
not enough for the whole company.
set the traps, right?
Yeah.
We set the signals. Once that signal goes out, they keep an eye on the troop formations during the siege. We make sure we're close enough to the siege that it's quicker to reroute troops from there, as opposed to going from the castle.
Okay. All right. This is not a siege operation. I say we send Castor in with the Vigian mercenaries. So we've got, or the Detrian mercenaries. So we have we have a liaison
The Drew's loot.
with the Druslu. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
I'll agree with that one. Actually, because yes,
Yeah,
because we might need magic. as much as it's been a crutch.
Well,
this might
where
actually come in handy.
this running fight, where will it go? How will you get Daryl off of your tail? He has a force that greatly outnumbers you.
Well, about that.
We have mountains. We have spearmen who are used to be fighting.
We can't lead him to
Greyhawks.
the cave.
The mountain is controlled by Daryl. This is his keep. He will know the passes. That only a small group could infiltrate the mountains to receive relief. How are you going to remove him from your? Because this could work. As you leave, if you break the siege, my men and know. Say you kept him running for a week or so. We could. If you could stash the food somewhere and we could fight to it, we could recover as best we can. Say if you could hide horses as well, we could mounted attack his rear, and then we could approach from both directions. But
we come up with an agreed point to where we can draw them, where they will be at a disadvantage. The pincer attack happens in the open, or at least away from the keep.
Well, if we
so do you have a map?
Do we have maps?
Yeah, we do.
Yeah, because we got our intel group. Of course, they have
Then,
maps.
yeah. So we try to figure out the best spots and make this as a strategy.
Well, Daryl will. He would never invade New Stedia outright. His border provocation was just an attempt to get better trade deals. But you could draw him further into New Stedia, but I don't think it would cause anything. It's just it's just the weak lands by the Lordless Bog, unless there was some sort of military maneuver being drawn to the south for some reason. Do you know a company of the New Stedians that are like marching towards you for some reason?
Well, yeah, sort of, maybe. We're not sure about that. We'll send some scouts. The Queen of New Stedia is displeased at the moment, bit incensed.
That could work. A three-way international incident would. You could perhaps escape in the chaos, though a bold move. Otherwise, you're seeking to run across Eon, which is you leave enough horses for us. You will be run down on the New Stedian plains.
No. That would not be an option. No, our only other option that I can see studying these maps is we pick somewhere that Daryl knows would be a bad point for us to fight.
Well, the Lordless Bog is completely out. It's an impassable swampland. The horses would die there, and there's nowhere to go once you go inside but to die of malarial disease. It would be a nightmare to fight there.
It's got a lot more lakes now.
Yeah. That's actually part of our little package deal for you guys, but we'll get into that further.
Wait, you want us to move to a swamp?
Yes. But with a big asterisk. What if we told you...
Do you have more fire pigs? Is that among our assets?
No, but we actually do have a
at...
creature that burrows under the ground. It appears to be roughly about the size of the mountain lions who used to sing around here.
Oh, have we tamed some?
Oh, fuck, you missed that. Yeah, they totally tamed them. We didn't bring any, but they totally tamed them.
Nobody fucking told...
Sorry, forgot to tell you.
I had animal training, goddammit.
You were busy screaming at every NPC I had presented you.
Yeah, no, these creatures are actually lecherous, they're blood-sucking, and they tend to attack from under the ground.
Well, now they eat, blood yams.
Yeah, but...
We can make them fight.
Probably.
Yeah.
Anyways.
They're certainly scary.
So yeah, I'd say the two options are we lead them on a merry chase right into the Nixtidian force, or we try and take him somewhere he knows is a terrible place for us to fight, and we'll grow overconfident and smash him in what we know to be more or less open ground.
If my men don't need to fight and we can merely move, the Druzlu are strong, especially the flying rhinos. They will. They could meet you somewhere if they don't need to battle. I just worry if they're on half rations or quarter rations at this point. I worry about them joining you in battle.
Oh yeah, the Lordless Bog is our final destination.
But if the point is to fight New Stedia, then good luck, and we'll meet you anywhere you wish.
No, we're not that interested in engaging Stedia, but if we could. Yeah,
if we can get Daryl to fight New Steady, that'd be great.
So we just have to plant seeds on both sides to say.
So who's our fastest riders?
Well, we need somebody who's convincing. We need to basically convince them that the hunting pack was working for both Newstedia and Daryl.
Someone convincing, someone who can talk his way out of any situation.
Right, and he's going to need some backup. Funny clothes optional.
Grab a glass from White Walker. Do you guys want any?
I'm good.
I got it. Yeah. I'll take a shot.
Okay.
All right. So
yeah, we'll send Dweenar and a small escort on horseback, fastest horses we've got, to go fuck with New Stydia. We'll launch provocation to let them know we're out here. Pigs was us. We got you prisoners. Blow me.
And then we'll send word out to... So, yeah, we just basically make it look
you
like...
don't have to send him. You could do some counter espionage. This is another thing your company can do now.
Yeah, we can
Oh,
do that.
yeah.
I'm fine with that. And then we
I'm cool with that too.
We just basically make a lot of noise after the seed is planted that we were working for both sides. Yeah. The other one thinks we were working for the other one. They're confused about what's going on. I mean, Daryl did start some shit with Custodia, so
he's doing it right now.
Yeah.
That's why he wanted to occupy the fortress.
Yeah. So they're still in disarray. I say.
So at this point,
we push our archers up. We have a 3-minute sustained volley just into the camp, just to really fucking rile them up. And then we lob the rock with the note in there, like let them know exactly who it is.
We make a lot of noise.
Yeah,
we have banners. We howl. That's the thing we do.
All right, so this will at least take a week.
Right.
You will have need a few days to piss off New Stydia good and well.
Yeah.
And then you need to gather enough provisions to not only feed your army, but the army that's currently starving inside the fortress.
Okay.
But then if you can pull that off, you can piss them off good and just run for the bog. Or run for the New Stydian Plains, while the Druslu run for the bog.
Yeah, I like it.
And then we just hightail it, get the fuck out.
I'd say every day, on the hour, friggin' arrow volley howls.
Yeah,
just noise, just all kinds of noise. Yeah,
and then I would also roll tactics.
Yeah. Double eights.
All right, so if you send them to the bog, you need one of them to be with you.
Yeah.
Because you need to make sure they don't go through the portal without you.
Right.
If they go through the portal without you, you have no fucking idea what you're going back into.
Yeah. No, for sure.
Yeah.
We send them to, how's this? We don't tell them where the exact cave is.
Yeah. But they could forage. They could,
Yeah, let them forage and gather supplies and lick their wounds. Like.
So do we keep somebody with one of us with them, or
I would do that.
I don't mean to keep trying to write Ross out, but this isn't a siege, so a lot of your skills not going to help us here.
Yeah,
I think you're a great candidate for it.
He's good at throwing an axe, though.
He's good at throwing an axe, but he's also really good at building bullshit that we can't drag with us on the run.
Yeah.
Right. I say that with the pure lovingness of a Marine that understands bullshit is how you win.
All right, are you sending Dwemer to go piss off New Stydia personally, or are you trusting the company to do that? Because you could sort of put the intelligentsia you're hauling around with you to work.
Okay, I'm good with that. Yeah, I mean, I think it would be funnier to send Aaron, but honestly, we could probably use him in the fight. So,
I mean, his merest appearance would actually probably upset New Stydia. But
yeah, no, his very appearance would be great.
Okay. So I forgot. What'd you name your spy master again?
Jiren.
So are you going to present Jared with the idea?
Jared, how would you like to do some counterintelligence?
Certainly, sir.
Lay out the plans.
Okay, we shall have a debate forthwith.
Smack.
Sorry, sir. Did I do something wrong?
This is the military. There's no even-keeled debate.
I'm going to give him a appeal of pathos using Inspire.
Okay.
My brothers and sisters are very
Hierarchy.
intelligent.
Command.
4 5s.
Well, it seems like a very terrible place out here, full of war and strife and misery.
And it's going to get so much worse. That's why we need to do this and get back.
I understand, but it seems that there are people here who are very invested in it. It's not you, right? Is it the Queen of New Stydia, mentioned in the apocryphal texts?
Yes.
She's really pissed. Also, Daryl is squinty-eyed. I don't know if he mentioned in the text.
Well, I thought the plan was to enrage the queen so that they collided.
Yeah.
And it is my understanding, this is not in the apocryphal text, that there was some sort of conflict with Her Holiness, who saved us from the demons outside the border.
Yes.
Sylvia?
There's
Name drop Sylvia and Dweenar.
Yeah.
So it seems to me that the best way to provocate this hellish wench who seeks to enslave all men and women to her dark, disgusted desires and sheer misery of all humans, as far as I've seen out here, to merely promise her what we have in Nagalisitu. I could do this. We could draft documents and make their way through the Newt Studian cycles, and it would appear more organic, as if you are trying to get away with something, and thus increase its urgency, rather a form of direct address.
We just have to lie about where the actual cave is.
To the Queen?
No, to the one you came out of.
Yes, I had no intention of mentioning that.
Good. Very well. I'll trust your judgment on this. She just needs to be very upset. Know it was us. Know that we severely do not regret what happened to her.
Give me a week.
That is part of the time we're building up, right?
Yeah, it's part of the same week.
And then a week to get there, and we'll be fine.
Okay. We'll give you provisions, a horse.
I mean, you could make him do it faster, but
oh no, they're gonna have to move out faster. So what would speed you up?
We might not. We'd have less revisions. The grammar might be embarrassing.
That's war is hell. Did you know that?
Yes, it's quite terrible here.
Yes, so you'll just have to go without those revisions.
Hellish place.
Yeah.
Yeah. It will inspire my writing, sir.
Grammar's the first casualty.
Oh, my God.
The second casualty is casualties.
It gets worse.
All right, he has gone to work. Might I ask Master Dwemer if he could have Princess Sylvia help us with the draft? Her signing off on the documents would be pivotal to the success.
If she still has her seal?
She does, but I would have to ask her, since, again, she is my wife, and she is it's like an independent person in that aspect, so I'm not going to.
Again, the most plausible ruse that you have here is for Princess Sylvia to continue the revolution that she started in Nagalisitu. This is the most plausible lie we could use to trick this evil queen. So her writing off on this document would be the pivotal form of setting this campaign alight.
They're already probably they're probably trying to figure out how to poison her at this point. I'm going to be honest.
Yeah.
But the kind of way the courts work, this is her way of exercising agency against people who oppressed her in the past.
I mean, her mother did let her quit and be a nun rather than murder her. So it's not completely Game of Thrones.
Yeah.
But we might have changed that.
But she was forced into a loveless marriage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, what do you want? Baby steps, man.
Oh, man.
Still.
So he can do it if Dwemer will get Sylvia on board.
Is Sylvia on board?
Maybe we should ask her.
Maybe her husband should ask her.
Drinking.
So marriage is going great, huh?
No, I do go to her, and I'm again honest with everything about this. I just let her know that this is the plan that they think could work.
If you've learned anything from these last few sessions, you've learned to buy into your ass.
No, it's his wife. He can pitch it however he wants. What do you say?
I have never lied to her once.
Okay,
so
you're up.
But okay.
You can plead.
Yeah. I've not lied, but I do let her know this would be a risk. But your standing on this possibly could bind these people to us and allow them to provide the provide the larger amount of forces that Nagalisitu will eventually need.
Matthias, it's one thing when Mother wants to kill the only man I've ever loved, who wants nothing but to help poor people, who've never seen the light of Seer before, but it's another to antagonize her into war. I mean, she's my mother. I'm not sure.
Again, I don't like the idea either, and if you feel that she has, it's like, that you cannot stand against her in this one, I will not force you to. But I will ask you, though, that given her knowledge, given her stances, and the fact that she has been so rigid and unyielding to allow others to exist in an equal fashion, or at least one that they can live in, it is the point right now where our stations basically drove us apart to the point where we couldn't even be together because of that. And at this point, it would provide it more equal. But again, that is just my argument. I will let the decision be yours. I will not make that, and I will not beg you of it. Beg it of you.
Well, I will. You forced me to choose between those wonderful but ignorant people we met through the portal and my home.
No, this is not a forced choice. It is a choice, but it's not forced.
You are forcing her to choose.
Totally forcing her.
All right, so roll for it. What do you? Yeah,
I would be Grace's with.
You could roll Grace, or you could plead and ask her to do what you want. It's up to you. Grace's is convincing, but I don't want you to see it.
Oh man, the
Plead
comments
is-
about this episode.
I'm letting you pick which one you want to do. Grace's is it's your choice. Make whatever you want to do, and then subtly, I want you to do this one. And plead is, please, honey, please.
Like this if you cry every time.
Plead is my superpower, so...
Okay. Tell her what you need her to do, then.
So what is our primary plan?
You need her to help draft a document that will send her mother's troops off to war. And to sign and stamp it.
I don't feel good about this either which way.
I'll provide the wax.
All right, but this is
This is what happens if you want to do it fast. Brigadier Scant's not a bad plan. It's a pretty good plan for breaking the siege, but it takes
I will
time.
bring out Plead, basically stating
You're
her,
basically trying to convince a different, more equipped army to have a fight for you.
under normal circumstances, we would not ask it of you, but also we are looking at the timetable of not only Nagalisitu's years, centuries passing in our absence, and going without any kind of defense, but also the knowledge that the barriers that these sorcerers created could burst at any moment, and we have only the barest knowledge of a timetable available. So if for nothing else in their sake, can you do this?
Okay.
Meanwhile, outside, I'm just at the campfire like, guys, do you ever think the way we're solving our short-term problems is just going to cause more long-term problems?
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
You would think in
fine.
there, and
We'll just solve those problems.
Yeah.
We'll just keep throwing it down the road,
Yes,
kicking it
2
down the
9s,
road.
2 1s.
We're brilliant at throwing.
I am really good at throwing.
Okay. So she agrees to it. She kisses you on the forehead. Anything for you, my dear. It is true. My duty has always been to Seer, to my God, and not to the piles of dust that is the kingdoms of men. So, and she goes off, and the Nagalisitites are in fervent debate and work throughout the night and day. Around 2 days passed, and then your spy master comes to you exhausted. Is like, the scribes are working nonstop, but we have a chance to make revisions on the second groups of drafts before we hit the major villages and troops in the map. Would anyone like to proofread the document, please? Please check my grammar.
Grab it, glance over. Looks good. Here you go.
He's very fast at reading.
Island living.
Great. Would you like to keep a document for posterity for the
I could
archival records?
I could draw
This
a little
is-
catapult on there.
This is
yeah.
Black Ops. Deniability is kind of a crucial part of your
Right.
job.
No, that we're going to blanket the countryside in them.
Actually,
you can deny
right.
having a copy.
Yeah.
Right.
Can
That's what I'm saying. The long-term future, no one needs to know about this.
So we shall trust it to the people then.
Yes.
Yeah.
Certainly. So you don't wish to know what the document contains
I will actually
We
glance
got
at
the
it.
gist of it.
in any way, shape, or form.
Snatch it back up.
Read the terms and conditions.
Looking over it.
All right.
I
It's
accept.
probably longer than you, Law.
Why won't it read?
But
It's a reclamation of the rights of man denied by those who blinded to the sun. It's basically an anti-royalist tract. The monarchs have stolen all of that is good in your life and holy in the world. The light of Sylvia and Dwemer's love shall show us the way. Now is the time for the people to rise up. With our great Vigian liberators, Daryl the Squinty-Eyed, come to reassert order in New Stedia. Now is the time for revolution, to continue the work of the great Rift. It's basically like the rights of man or a constitution. They basically drafted up, a Republican document, which at this point
Tear
is
just rolls down my eye. Like, it just slows
no.
down.
To you, it's the most extreme nonsense political track. You're like, give dogs the right to vote. Like, to you, it just seems insane. It's the most ridiculous thing you've ever read. You're from a feudal society.
I actually turn and say, yeah, that'll piss her off.
So basically, the premise is you're going to make it seem as if Dwemer and Sylvia went on their honeymoon to foment revolt in the provinces and return to burn Newt to the ground.
I think going back to visit your mother-in-law is going to be awkward.
Eat this.
After the high court, the love of Seer is kept. There'll probably be some intrigue whenever you return, but this is mass the troops or they will kill all you and your children.
Yeah.
The mob is coming to rip you asunder.
Oh my god.
So it's going to be full Royal Guard conscription. Saddle up, let's go, boys.
I promise you, whatever they send will sorely damage Squinty-Eye's forces. By that I mean we'll fucking murder them.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be bad. If Vigia and Newt actually have a conflict over this, Vigia is not built for offense. They got big ass mountains and they talk a big game, but outside of Fortress, they do not have the economic empire that is Newt. So
whenever we come back out for the next round, if we haven't popped back into reality, maybe we should make sure a small scouting force comes out first.
Yeah, let's do that.
Daryl's a jerk, though, so he kind of deserves this.
Oh no, I don't care about that. No,
Yeah,
he's a freak of nature. No, listen.
Rationalize that.
it's fine.
But the truth is, we should probably have scouts because they'll.
all
have
right,
forces.
this is so with pleading that gives you a dice. This is a counter espionage roll. So this is you're basically doing misinformation throughout the countryside for the revolution you are doing.
Mm-hmm.
That's going to be influence plus territory.
Ouch. So that's only 3 dice plus 1.
Yeah.
So that's 4 dice.
Anything else you can do to inspire the revolution or inspire the
World War. That's what we're doing.
the illusion of revolution?
Lore to give him pointers on what kind of, you should invoke this legend about this peasant revolt that went really
With strategy.
Yeah.
help at all?
All right.
Yeah. You could tell them where to hit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is strategic.
Nope.
Double sixes.
Yeah, you can so that's another die. You can identify the most
You want to hit this trading port, this town here.
the most horrifically oppressed cities in Newt.
Okay.
This is a hive of scum and villainy. They're down.
You've already done you got your wife on board.
I was going to say.
It has a royal seal, and Princess Sylvia was there at the great drafting of this parliamentary document.
Oh, I was about to do something even dumber by eating one of my own muffins for the cleric one and allowing her a radiant halo to make her seem even more like
this is
Columbia,
disinformation.
the spirit
Yeah.
of democracy.
What about inspire to kind of give some sort of bullshit story, like speech for bards to
pass from end to end as well to kind of.
Oh, so you're going to write like a song or something?
No, I'm going to like jump up and give some great war speech and like tell the bards, please.
You can write the stump speech for the guys going around to every village to foment revolt and throw pamphlets.
I think Aaron should roll this.
That'll be 10s.
I want to hear a 10 level destroy the monarchy.
We will
Stump
fight
speech.
them in the field.
Yeah.
We will fight them when they wear crowns.
We will send
will fight
pigs their way.
Yes, you may have heard the legend of Green Eye, the flame pig. It is a symbol of our ever-burning desire for freedom.
I am so proud of us for that.
All right, that's a die. They all have a unified stump speech to say as they pass out their scrolls of anti-Marcus.
Did you want me to roll
Screed.
this or?
We're going to live on.
So how many dice do you have?
Right now it's 6.
All right, everyone's attempted to do something, so that's it. I'm going to roll 6.
All right.
Oh no.
Yeah, I mean, that's the problem with it. You don't know if the Newt army shows up until they show up.
Right.
That could be
All right. That's the best you know.
Okay, well, I guess we need to.
All right, so we start. Yeah,
we send a message to.
So we start over the next few days, just like at the same at like 3:01 on the dot, like an error barrage goes for 4 minutes from like a different source all around the camp. Like they can't quite like there's no pattern to it. One time it comes out of the actual castle, the fortress itself.
Personal
All right, do you want to roll tactics to see how long it takes to discover the source of this attack?
Yeah. Well, yeah.
Because they're going to send guys out to look. Like,
Sure.
Yeah.
And we're going to slit their throats and send them back on pigs. 8s. Yep.
All right, Daryl needs to roll his dice.
Is there any chance we can fuck with him more just by sending him heap abuse on him?
I still really think we should. Yeah.
Holy shit, they haven't found you yet. They're really fucking shitty at their jobs.
All right,
got 6s.
So now we lob the catapult rock with the. How'd you like the pigs? Oh, and the howling.
I will
howling
attempt to compose a jest to put with it. And fail
Who is
horribly.
hiding the food?
But could I do that with engineering?
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, I'll do that.
You can hide with the food and then go with the Drew's Luke.
Yeah, I'll do that. I guess I want height. So 2 9s.
2 9s? Okay.
Yeah.
They will lose a die on their find foods roll. And they do not find the food. They just have 5s on their way out. So, what's the jest you do?
Let's see how bad this is.
You got it, Sean. Oh.
I roll for shit. It's just a dick and fart joke kind of level, you know.
Yeah, it hits a guy when it hits the camp. The blood gets all over the parchment. It's very unreadable. They're like, that way! And they're like, yeah, ah! So they all go staggering out. So you are hiding with General Scant and his officers, and they are...
How did you lose this force?
What? Yeah, they are massively outnumbered, and you are probably in trouble in a big fight.
Yeah. Oh, sure.
You do not have the manpower, and all of your influence dice are gone because they're roaming the countryside, fomenting rebellion. So you're headed out. So you're with the food.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody else is with the company?
I'll be with the company.
Anybody else standing behind with him?
Did you need me on the front
No,
lines?
you're coming with because just in case. I don't know how you're going to bullshit it, but you're going to bullshit it, and we need that. It's just what you do, and we need that. So you're coming with.
All right. Okay. So the company is rolling out. Roll for attacking. Because you're attacking and moving. So that is going to be treasure plus might.
Well, treasure is 3 and might is 2.
So you got 5 for rolling, and you can't really do much to approve it. So.
Okay.
You want me to go?
You go.
You sure?
You've seen hype and rolling.
Yeah, but I've only
You
got
gotta have Aaron
Can we do
Mark.
any rolls to add to that?
Nope,
said no.
you're running.
Not that it helps me any.
They have lost a die for sieging.
All right, I'll tag back in if we survive.
Yep.
All right. Losses aren't enough to permanently lose some at this point, but you are losing men. So you are on the run. You are putting up ambushes and traps wherever you can across the countryside. But they basically have, they've basically got cavalry with spare horses,
Right.
And they are just whipping them to get within archery range, picking at you, and then as you keep going, and your mounts are in trouble. You are pushing hard. You dropped the baggage. You are just peeling ass across the plains of New Stedia. So there's that. So you are with the general.
Mm-hmm.
It says, great, now we must signal the attack.
Okay. How are we going to do that again?
Well, Daryl would have left a small force behind to make up the siege. He did not break camp, hoping to come back after destroying these invaders. So we must go through that small force and alert my men that it's time to assault.
Okay, so just fight our way through.
Yes, sir.
All right.
All right. It's the four of us. We can do this.
Yeah, I hope so.
Small four.
Yeah.
All right. Lead the way.
All right. I mean, okay. Yeah. All right.
All right, roll stealth.
Yeah. I mean, this is the thing that I'm doing now. Two sevens.
All right.
And fours, but sevens.
They are not very well equipped. You cut many of these men out. And you're in the camp, so it is largely abandoned.
Yeah.
Are you going to go straight to the moat, or are you going to find some other way to signal them that the camp is abandoned?
I guess I could, it'd be pretty far for throwing. To throw like a message from heart. Message out.
Hello! It's me! How are you?
I could have written a whole scroll. Well, I mean, yeah.
Please subscribe.
So there is a moat around the fortress. Okay.
Yeah. And you are in the camp now.
Okay,
You're not right up against the walls.
What is the... Okay.
But you're in the camp and it's largely abandoned. So you're going to try and disguise yourself and get closer?
Yeah.
You're going to make a hullabaloo? You're going to launch another fire? Like, how do you want to alert the forces inside?
Oh, I'll use engineering to start like a smoldering fire, one that'll take a while, so like we can move away from it. So,
okay.
Yeah, just the whole like oil-soaked rope leading to
You
a
could
tent.
use lore if you had like smoke signals of some sort.
Yeah, okay. I'll do lore then. Eights.
Yeah. All right. We'll see if they're informed enough to see it. Well, actually, no, they're informed enough to see it. So I roll the C8s. The drawbridge lowers, and there is a noble last stand as a bunch of skinny, desperate people in the red armor of the Drew's Luke come marauding out as best they can. But as they are pretty easily cleaved down by the first of the Vigians, they just keep coming because there's way more than the left guard, and they break. So you break the siege. And they start tearing through the camp for anything edible.
Okay.
Immediately.
I got some food up here.
All right. So you are now rolling attack again.
Yeah.
As it is a protracted siege. You're down a die.
So 4 dice.
4 die.
Any rolls that can improve this, like
Nope.
Inspire or I don't know, shit. Strategy, tactics.
I'd allow navigation.
That's me on 3 dice.
I will take anything I can get.
Yeah, we did plan this at a time. So.
Okay. Let's see.
It was worth a shot.
Yeah.
All right.
Tweenar's lost. Tweenar's had
Tweenar,
lost.
just ask for directions. Nope.
My wife's here. I can't look bad in front of her.
I imagine you left Sylvia and the Stabbiers with the food.
2 5s.
2 5s. Okay.
We will be crushed, but still.
Did they lose a die?
Yes. You did not take losses then. They're having trouble keeping their trains up behind them as they're not in a desperate pursuit. All right. As you go further east, though, just a lot of plains and a lot of terrified peasants and wagons running out of the way. You have not seen anyone yet. It looks very pastoral out here, which is terrifying. All right, you are beginning the march to Nagalisitu, which is good. As you know, they're tearing it. The wagons are getting lighter as you go because God, they're hungry. They are not doing well, and it's slow moving.
Okay.
All right, 3 dice.
We're out of tricks, aren't we?
Okay, I do have an ask. I had the gravitational magic that was supposed to buffer them. Could I do that to basically lower the gravity on them and make their passage a little easier?
I think it would work better as anti-grav mines to disorient people, because once your gravity changes, walking gets weird.
That can be another option as well. So,
All right, roll sorcery.
I can do. Do I get any bonus for having this pre-set up, or
No.
okay? Alright.
You were trying to make things so they fall lighter,
Yeah.
not don't fall.
No. That's at least it was reducing just the resistance.
This is a little different.
No, that's fine. So,
This is fine.
that is still 2 10s with master dice.
All right, you get 1 extra die.
Please use it well.
Fuck, man! I'm rolling dice!
I can only ask.
Plate does not work on me.
Are you sure?
No.
Sorry.
All right, you just lose a mite.
Okay.
Losses are heavy. You're basically trying your best, but then your men turn your back and get a shit ton of arrows in them. So the losses are heavy. You're losing horses. Things are getting pretty rough. Are you going to keep running, or are you going to stand?
Okay, are we at the spot yet?
You don't have a spot.
Okay.
You're just getting further into Newtsteadian territory and hope that a big-ass army comes to kill your uprising midway through.
Okay, based on the area...
Is there a nearby village?
Yeah. Here's the
Sack it.
Yeah, you could keep running.
Sack it.
All right, that's what we're going to have to do.
Don't even at me, Aaron. We sack it. We need the Newtsteadian army to take this
You
seriously.
can be noble when you're alive. You can't really stay noble when you're dead.
Yeah, you've been running for the better part of 3 days. Your men are utterly exhausted.
We do what we need to. I
So,
mean,
we burn this village.
All right, you go marauding through it, but that's going to just
Standing orders are to not kill civilians.
that's going to slow you down. Are you going to make a stand
I was
there?
going to say, if we can use the village to fend them off for at least a little
Yeah,
while.
they're still on your hot on your tail.
Exactly.
All right,
Yeah, we fortify it.
No, plead superpower. Gonna ask them to harbor us.
Okay.
The villages can't harbor
We're
you.
no revolutionaries.
That's not.
Feel sorry for us.
That's-
I have the plead goddamn
That's
superpower.
not how this works, Aaron.
The problem is the villagers may give you harbor, but they physically can't protect you from the army.
So
Are you trying to get it so that they hide us and the army and our
The men aren't very. No, here's the thing: the men aren't going to go raping and pillaging. The men are desperately afraid they're going to die. They're not looking to get treasure. They are, however, going to hit anyone who just tries to defend their home.
yeah.
So it's not going to be quite like, invading Conan's village.
No, I get it.
Yeah.
Well, the
We're
question
just
is,
pulling
if
a
I do
British
at least a
army here.
plead along with that, would it be possible for them to get an extra dice to help us with
There's no
this?
dice. You can
We're-
sack a village. You guys got it.
Okay.
All right,
Exactly.
Aaron, if you really want to freaking plead, if he gets a good enough roll, could we be hidden and the army just rolls past us in pursuit?
Oh God, I'm gonna call that lose 2 dice and 7 or above. But yes.
Okay. I will try.
There, you happy?
I am.
Tactically.
All right.
Wood huts.
And if this fails,
Not make for stronghold.
we literally just have to hope for the best using this.
They still get a counter roll, by the way.
I know.
This is just, it even has the possibility.
I know. I'm trying to. I know.
We are going to burn this place if you fail.
No, we're going to use it to stand up for a bit, then burn it.
All right. Nope. No, nothing. Dweeners 2. It was sorry.
Yeah.
Please leave your homes in an orderly fashion. Boom!
Actually, probably,
Huts on fire, people screaming.
Aaron,
Tactics are fortified place.
If you made
Yeah,
the appeal,
yeah.
if you made the appeal, the leaflets we left everywhere probably worked against that.
Mm-hmm.
Fucking straights.
Yeah.
All right.
I literally rolled a straight with 1 extra 6 to actually give me a pair.
All right, you fortify the area. So Daryl does not send his ravening troops in after you, though the arrows start falling pretty much immediately.
Of course they do.
As you see the area beneath the hill where this village is at just start filling up with troops. You see the columns marching. So for the better part of the day, it's just constant siege, just shunk, 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 as your men
We'll
are
fight in the shade, you fuckers.
as they're hiding in like root cellars and stuff like that. Yeah.
We just need to hope that the Queen's troops will be arriving soon, and then I have an idea. It's another dumb one.
I can't wait to hear this.
We have to create a distraction so we can slip away.
Uh-huh.
There's
One
a lot
question.
of arrows falling, and that's a lot of kinetic energy landing.
Yeah, but you have to inscribe the arrows
Yeah,
for
that's
that
the problem.
harm.
That's,
So.
that's,
Is
Unless
the
it
arrows
makes-
themselves, or do they have to
in-
strike something?
Well, then
yeah,
that would have to be inscribed with the runes. It would have to be something that it's absorbed. It's strong enough to absorb it, but easily carvable.
yeah, unless it's like unless it's
so like a wooden board, you get a couple arrows in it.
Yeah, unless it's digging in the dirt, but I'd have to really, have it inscribed before it gets
Okay.
obscured by arrow fire.
So paint won't work. All right. At the very, no matter what, the idea is slip the fuck away.
Yeah.
Once the other troops are in sight, and yeah.
That actually might work in one instance. So if we have a large enough wall, I can inscribe runes for transferring. Oh wait, kinetic can't go to radiant, can it?
Nope.
No.
I don't know. I'm just trying to think.
I could eat one more muffin and try to get radiant. So basically, solar flare them.
There are too many.
That's
Just not enough light.
Um,
That would also light the atmosphere on fire.
I think.
we can intimidate them briefly.
I mean, at this
We
point,
could
like,
lie to them.
Yeah, you could try.
really,
We just announced.
we got the same effect we wanted out of burning.
Yeah.
They are bombarding a Newt Stadium village. Like,
Yeah.
this should be all the provocation like needed.
and then we can just announce, "Oh, look, our reinforcements arrived," and then fuck off.
Yeah,
All right.
I'm okay with that.
So
are you lying on that?
as you
I might make you do it.
fuck you.
as you take up sacking the village was actually a pretty good idea because the smoke led the Newt Stedian army to you. I rolled 2 3s, which meant they got there eventually, but it was rough. So it's the morning of. Daryl the squinty-eyed is lobbing in giant rocks with Sin Klingshire out and you live. Written in blood. And the men are not thrilled about that, but they can't really get together to, do that and betray their master because they are huddling in every root cellar and behind every small wall they can find. And then you hear horns, and then off in the distance you see the horizon is just dust. Just nothing but as the Vigians go in. So the bombardment stops for a moment, at which point the horns start again, and the siege they were preparing on your little village, and get ready to break it, immediately starts breaking down camp really fucking fast. Like, hard. Like, fuck it, leave everything. We have to get back to Vigia before we start a fucking war with New Stedia. So, what would you like to do in this instance? If you attack, you can slow them down long enough that New Stedia sees the Vigian banners. And it is on. Like, they have invaded leagues and leagues into the territory. This is not a border offense. This is a full-blown offense. Like, they shouldn't have done this. This is not a raiding party. That is rough.
You don't have no points to ride.
Or do you want to just say, all right, man, south as hard as you can hoof it and get out of there?
So you're rolling 3 dice to attack right now?
Yeah.
But
You don't have to succeed.
Yeah.
You have to slow them down.
Can I roll inspire to?
You're going to have to roll inspire to get them to do it.
No, not my troops actually.
Okay.
I want to inspire rage in the squinty eye. I want to lob. I want to build like a basic sling and lob whatever currency we have that we take from the village or that we have on us and say, look at the money. Look at this money we got from selling all of your food, you dumbass. I want to piss him off and make him charge. Can I have that?
I can do something that'll make him charge.
Okay, what are you going to
The
do?
problem is, we're going to have to figure out extraction real fucking fast.
I get that, but if he's going the wrong way, that's all we need.
And it's probably going to
He's heading west.
Yeah.
You need to head south. The army's coming from the
I know.
north.
So I have an inspire roll that'll work perfect. I just stand up there in my armor, wave the flag, throw him the fig, and hop back down.
Oh, okay. You can give it a shot.
It's the best I got.
All right.
Either that or I can dress somebody up in my armor, have them ride out, throw taunts, and ride back. Which is not going to be very effective. All right.
You, the one I don't like.
Pretty much.
Put on my clothes. There's a way you can earn my favor.
Managed to like strip away most of our loyalty for the moment.
Yeah.
You watch Black Sails, it's like Long John Silver. Like when he gets his power, like
Yeah.
All right. Daryl is going to scrutinize this.
All right.
He is squinty-eyed.
You probably won't, you know.
Can he beat the 8s?
Nope.
He cannot.
You squinty-eyed piece of shite! I've bested you again! And I'll keep doing it over and over, and you'll live every time to rue the fucking day!
All right.
Wave the flag, smack my ass, and jump down off the roof.
Did you have any other sets in there?
God. No.
All right. Well, here comes the volley.
I had the breastplate on.
That's the danger of that. So I'm going to call that 3 9s. With the not additional width, but so that's going to be 3 killing to the chest.
Does the breastplate help with that again? Or
It'll take off 1.
It'll take off 1.
Okay, so cinematically it hits my dog motif in the eye or some shit.
So the men are like, yeah, shit! Oh, fuck!
And then the next
I'm hit!
help pull somebody up and just run!
Yeah, just more and more arrows.
Just get going.
Well, here's the thing. You can't run now.
Okay.
They're now not breaking up camp, so there's discord. Like, they were speed breaking down anything. Now Daryl's lost his shit. Screaming, kill them all. There's like a cavalry charge that makes it halfway up the hill before it turns around. Like, they don't know what they're fucking doing. Like, they see the banners of Newt in the distance. Like, they feel the ground shaking. They're pretty fucking pissed off. So eventually they do leave. Like, because they're going to break, and Daryl realizes it. So they're going to try and book out. So you could stay and watch the battle, or you could be like, oh, we were never here.
Yeah.
What hunting pack?
All of our logos are leaving with us.
Yup.
Smoke bomb.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, so
Roll that up, tighten it. If you're going to be captured, light this shit on fire. Let's go.
So the few horses that are still alive, you mount them as best you can.
Load up our wounded on
You're
at the
mini
front.
injured. You of whatever carts you've stolen from this poor, ruined, utterly sacked village, and you start heading south as fast as you can. So it was about a week before you see the first scout of the hunting pack. They've looked better. pretty much a forced march at 48-hour intervals, followed by a short, protracted siege, and then fleeing away. Your men say that the war with Vigia is on. Daryl did not get out of time before he could plausibly deny that they were ever there. So there is a lot of stuff. The Nagalisitu diplomats are discussing what the annals of the historical documents will say that will do to geopolitics. It's not great.
Yeah, one thing in those annals, don't mention our involvement in that. Like,
oh no, they're talking about the state of play before the Yichanian diplomats went in. That's all they know about your world.
Yeah,
it's still like a month. It's 2 months old now, but yeah, it's not great.
Yeah, it's getting a little rapidly outdated. At least for the parts that we're messing with.
So,
I assume the parts that we haven't fucked with are still.
Now Sylvia, and now there is some peasant revolt in New Stadia as well. As the misinformation was not regarded as misinformation, it was regarded as the jackboot of the monarchs finally being revealed. So New Stadia is just embroiled in war at this point. And it's pushing further bows into the bog.
It was the best of times. It was the worst of times. It was a time.
Shit happened.
Shit happened. It was a shitty time.
It's on fire,
All right, so Klingsher, arm in a sling,
arrow's still sticking out of that breastplate.
Yeah.
Well, we should get that out.
Yeah. They all show up. Are you just heading straight in? Because it's been about 2.5 weeks at this point.
We need to brief them on what's going on.
Yeah, we will explain.
Entry procedure goes as thus.
Yeah. Time acceleration.
Yeah.
This will be your new home. I mean, it was really peaceful last time.
Brigadier Scant, actually, they're pretty good. When you become Drew's Luke, you're basically dead to their society, and many of them are, like child murderers and like cartel members, but the rest of them are like just gay or from a wrong ethnicity that they don't like in Vitria
or a color that only nobles are allowed.
Yeah, exactly. Like these nonsense offenses, and basically Scant is so successful because I don't give a fuck. You don't have a name anymore. You're this animal. Yeah. You're an animal now.
Or drink the tea that was meant for the royals.
Yeah. You fight for the Drew's Luke. You don't have a country. Esprit de Corps is it. You kill for the man next to you and the woman next to you, and you just do whatever you want to. And they're pretty good. So, like, you explain the onboarding procedure. You explain we're going through a magic portal. Oh, yeah. All right.
Yeah.
They don't want to listen to you, but Scant says it. He's like, okay, yeah, we're doing that. Let's go. They're ready. So, are you not waiting to like re-equip for starve yourself? You're just getting in there.
We probably should re-equip. I mean, if we have some time.
It would take a lot of time.
Not if it's going to take a lot of time.
We're in.
You can take a lot of time once you're inside, but...
Yeah.
We vanguard, we have them follow as quickly as possible, and then hope for the best.
Yep.
All right, you go running through, and we'll start there next week.
Yeah.
After... How long lasted? So, let's eyeball it.
It was like
420 years.
420, woo! That's the best
420,
number.
praise it.
Yeah.
All right. So,
praise the sun.
Back to Nagalisitu.
It'll be fine.
The tactic of whoever is closest is causing some general unrest in the area. But yeah.
Well, I mean, that's good also because we're also weakening the immediate area. So when Nagalisitu C2 emerges, in reality, there's not going to be anybody in a shape to challenge it.
Exactly.
Yeah. So
we are going to roll over these sumbitches.
It's going to be fine.
My character wants this.
Yeah.
The alien invasion
I know.
of Nagalisitu is happening.
It's fine. They speak the languages, kind of.
All right. Did you permanently mark one off your might?
No.
Yes, that you lost a lot.
Okay.
So
might is now 1.
Yar.
That's fair.
Between that and the fight with the flaming hell demons, and it's been a long time without replacing troops.
Well, we did pick up some new ones.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got some influence and stuff, but they're not great at the miting part.
Yeah, they haven't had the time to really train them how to kill.
Yeah.
I meant that.
Because we just like, all right, come on this way, and then it's just 3 weeks of terror.
Yes.
It's not really good for practicing sword drills.
You basically took them into a time machine into biblical times and told them to destabilize it. It's like you took the seed. It's like the CIA got dropped into Judea and had to do with Sunday school to figure out who to pay off.
There's this guy named Nimrod. We want him out.
Oh, good God, it's time after time again. Or time and time again.
Yeah.
We're the heroes.
Supposedly.
Yep.
You want to pick a
We
recipe?
only massacred a bunch of boars, sacked one village. I'd call that a win.
Welcome back, Bartleby.
Yep. I'm not the most Bartleby in this campaign. You're the ones like, I can't wait to mess with the nuclear reactor parts.
I was trying to make a rifle.
I know!
I
That's not...
Oh yeah, on your marching back, you do notice that there's a field with boots in it and dead grass.
That seems familiar.
Yeah, you don't walk there.
Yeah.
I'm marching
cursed.
off, nobody should go there.
The silk's gone! It's fucking silk! What did you expect? God. All right. Birds use it to make their nest, and now all the eggs are dead.
The ones that aren't have 2 heads.
Oh, God. All right. Talk to you guys next time. Bye.